Sick. What the hell happened in BMX? April. We got Kevin Peraza and Colin Varanyak, the boys.
Yeah.
Hyped.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Heavy list of hangout homies.
Colin coming in on the 2-hour warning.
Yeah, excited to be here, though. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I
Good
think...
month in BMX, but one really sad thing.
Yeah, I think that is the heaviest thing is, is it yesterday? It was literally yesterday.
Might have been yesterday.
Yeah, news came out yesterday, I believe.
Davey Watson, a lot of people call him a legend. I think he burned so hot in BMX, and he had such like a change, and he really changed the way a lot of people rode in a very short amount of time, just huge impact. And he passed away yesterday, which is super sad, obviously. What was
R.I.P., man.
The note from, we just found out, for those that ask, this got posted by Bruce Chrisman just a couple hours ago, obviously. The last photo of him shot with his mom. Percodelia effusion, I think, so fluid in the heart. And then his mom actually emailed me, I think, after the post that I made yesterday, and said that he died peacefully at his house with his mom. He was in the ICU for 2 weeks, and just like was like, I'm over it, and just was like, I want to go home. So pretty
damn
sad. Yeah. So yeah, I knew Davey. Did anybody else meet him?
I think you're the only one in the room.
Yeah. Someone I always
never
wanted
had the
to
opportunity to meet. Yeah, like Dennis said, it's always a list of dudes that were so influential in BMX. To a lot of the guys that we looked up to, the reason they ride or how they ride is because of Davey. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a sad thing, never an easy thing in the community. We are a big family, so it's a tough one for sure.
Yeah. And he obviously, like, I don't know. He had like this weird flatland background where he came in and he did all this stuff and he could do everything. And I think that was like where the most impact was, like kind of your style of riding of like the technical grinding but
he was also doing like really big tricks and like on like the opposite side, like, just doing like opposite ice picks and stuff like that really, I don't know, and he did it with so much style and so much swagger. Like, I put it on my story that like he literally is I'll never forget, I had this conversation and Garrett could vouch for this because we were talking and I was watching his insight part like on repeat at the time, and me and Garrett had just started hanging out at the time, and I remember I told him, I was like, Garrett, I'm gonna put on 4 pegs and I'm gonna start like change up my style and like ride like Davey a little bit, and like I remember like he was probably one of the most influential riders, I'd say, on me personally. Like, he kind of set the bar for like how I wanted to ride, and a lot of the times I'd watch his stuff and I'd just go out and emulate what he was doing. So yeah,
this is so ahead of its time and so modern looking for how old this is. And this is some old Davey footage too.
This is the facade video, so this is 2006, so nearly 20 years old. And it's
so progressive. Devin Smiley posted something on his story as well and said, he's the reason that he learned backwards manuals with a cassette. And obviously you see how far that Devin's taken that trick. So this is
this part. Was this like his last crazy video part?
I think Shola came out after Insight, but
really?
I think they were the same year though.
This one just seems so much more.
This was Navaz.
Yeah,
this was Navaz.
Killed it.
It just seems more modern.
I think the filming from Navaz makes it feel a little more modern, maybe.
And he probably went on more trips and everything for this.
A lot of the interviews that I did see, or like even just voiceovers on old videos, were all like good vibes. Like, how can you be angry? Like, I'm just riding bikes, hanging out with my friends, having a good time.
He always seems so cool. All the
like
stuff
partying and having a good time. Like, what more do you want? Like, how can you be angry? So I thought that was like the really cool, insight to the people that never got to know him. I think that's something we all have to cherish and remember. Is BMX it's just fun, man. So. Yep. And to be influential like he was in such a short period, it's so sick.
Navaz wrote something really nice about, you should definitely pull that one up and read that one, because we
should watch the bangers of that too.
You should watch the bangers of that and then maybe go back to
the manual to hanger on the King Trail.
I know,
just so ahead of its time.
Navaz talks about that in his little excerpt right here. In 2006, I got a job at Ride and was tasked with putting together a rider list for a new video. Davey was at the top of my list. I'd never met and only saw a previous video part and got vouchers from Jeff Z. And is that
Dean Dickinson?
Dean Dickinson. At that point, Davey was 19 or 20 and just really started to get a taste of traveling and all the good things that came with being so talented on a BMX bike. While I was anxious about a new job and a new video and life in general, Davey was the exact opposite. He didn't have a care in the world and just wanted to have a good time all the time. him and I used to clash, and this just makes me laugh because I know Navas so well, so I can kind of see it, you know. Him and I used to clash and give each other shit constantly, but it was always funny. He provided comic relief in everyone in the crew. He just brought the most positive energy. Everyone loved him from the East Coast to the West Coast. I'll never forget trying to find music for his part. Never forget trying to find music for his, where'd you go?
Called me up randomly.
Called me up randomly, excited, telling me he found the perfect song in REM's Losing My Religion. We disagreed, and I was able to hide behind the song being basically impossible to license. I remember him playing that Duffel Bag Boy track over and over. I'd wake up to him playing it on the couch first thing in the morning. We would drive around on filming missions with that song on repeat. After I no longer had the job at Ride, he was the most verbally upset about it. It was actually one of the only times I had ever heard him get serious or mad about anything. After he got his copy of the video, he called me and just went on and on about how much he loved it, and even put his girlfriend on the phone to talk about it. He was so grateful and happy. Even though he had to fly back to the East Coast to do that manual to hanger line, which we got to watch in a second. Dennis was just talking about that for a second time, and all the shit we gave each other over the process. He got along so well with the East Coast crew, it ended up riding for Scavenger. I was excited to spend more time with him, and this photo is from the last times filming for Scavenger around 2010. In the second slide, you'll hear Davey's outro, and this is kind of what Kevin was just talking about, which also doubles as his video part intro. It was really cool how Navas did that. Yeah. When it came time to record the intros for that video, no one made it easy, especially Davey. He wasn't having it, and if you listen to what he's saying about training, lifting weights, etc., he's obviously just talking shit to me. But what he ended up speaking into the mic captures him at that time so perfectly. That's the real Davey speaking, and I'm just glad I have that to listen to today. Rest in peace, Davey.
Yeah. Gym and shit. Like
so
if I know
we'll listen to this uncut.
I'll go to the gym.
Hold on.
And I've listened to this so many times.
I don't really have an approach. I don't know what you mean. An approach to film. I mean, I go to the gym and shit. Like if I know I'm gonna film a part, I'll go to the gym. Like 2 weeks before, I'll start pumping some iron. Fuck with the punching bag, you know what I mean? Filming's just like, it helps you do something if you're scared, but it's nothing to stress over. I'm never thinking, all right, I gotta get clips. The whole time filming this video, pretty much I just been traveling and partying, just going out riding with my
this
good ass
montage
friends.
Is so him.
Why would you stress over something? Travel, party, have a good time.
Yeah, I love that. That was
yeah. Did the Tom White.
And see, like I was kind of always the opposite. Like I would stress clips, and I would get like in my head a little bit. So I would watch this, and it would kind of remind me of like, nah, dude, it's fun.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
do it.
Yeah,
like,
he says it's all personal, but nothing to stress over about.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, that was
reminder.
like I posted the El Toro thing, and that's what it was. Like I tried to convey that like every single time I've been there, it's been like a battle. Even with Dennis and it's like and all this stuff and like. You know, I listed like Harrington, Nathan, Sims, Kaczynski. However, I've been there with a fucking lot of people over the years, and Davey was just like fucking 30 run-ups in silence, basically, and then he just did it first try. You know, like in a very weird, calculated type way. Like I thought I was gonna get that same thing, and it was one and done. And just a cool experience getting to shoot with him a couple of times. I shot up with him up in Tacoma too, and he was just a fucking cool ass dude. Somebody you wanted to be like, you could take the good parts out of it, like the mellow shit, and like oh, why am I taking anything serious right now? So, but yeah,
definitely
let's go.
Even influential after his passing. You know,
Exactly.
It's, like I said, it's a hard one, but he'll still be influential even after, which is something special.
So we'll go. That's a Hodor clip.
Yeah, he's one of the Northwest legends. Seems like every few years, you know, there's some insane pro that just changes the game from the Northwest. And
so cool. I got to go to this spot with Dennis on a Vans trip, and just to see these clips and like him just sessioning this spot is just so crazy.
Yeah, because it's not the perfect spot for any of
there's
this
like
stuff.
glass and needles everywhere and like sketchy situations
so
going on.
Yeah, so that so the manual hanger, the footage got robbed. There's never that footage. I'm not going to tell the details of that story, but the footage got robbed. I'll let Navaz come and do it one of these days.
Best person to have on to talk about
footage
that.
got robbed, and they lost a lot of shit. And some of the clips never got refilmed. But Davey was like, "All right, let's go back," and then went back and did it. And I, according to Navaz, it was like no fanfare, like just like, yeah, let's go do it. Fuck it.
Yeah,
and just went and got it done. That's why like all the clips he's in a white shirt on everything else.
Wow.
Yeah, and I always wondered that.
And then he comes back. It could be even a different bike.
I just thought he was just going
bike.
back and forth and sessioning the spot. I was like, he must ride this all the time.
Yeah, I think it was all one day before. So
crazy. And I think to people that have never, or didn't know much about Davey Watson, like this clip I think is welded in a lot of people's brains. Like just the switch ice down El Toro and like the swag with the hat to the side. Like I think a lot of people, whether you knew or didn't know who that was, like the clip. Yeah, and that's what's so sick.
Yeah. And then obviously, he had his shoulder part immediately after that, which I think is, I think Insight may have been like a little, they were under a deadline, all that stuff. Where that's the wrong. It must have mixed them there. Nope, same one twice. I got this. Which is like Bruce Chrisman's video, and this, is a 2-part one. Just this beat, it's like Ruben's forward section. Like when you hear this song, you like know it immediately.
This whole video is just so far ahead of its time. Like even thinking to Bruce Chrisman, like I watched when I put a free coaster on, I would like watch old Bruce Chrisman videos to get inspired. He was both of these guys were like so far ahead of their like Bruce and Davey were just.
Here we'll go.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's funny you say that. I always think when I think of Bruce Chrisman with the free coaster straight away, like the first people I saw really like riding progressive street riding with it.
Yeah, I don't even think.
And even like park riding, like he would ride park contests and do like the coolest fakey stuff.
I'm pretty sure he won an X-Games Gold.
Yeah. Bar spin a one-handed Fuganu. Yeah, so Davey just obviously, if people aren't familiar, he had this like technical element to him, and then just the wild side that just like the flatland background. Then it opens up to this second song.
Oh, that's
oh fuck, the song is gone.
Oh look, San Diego spot too.
Yeah. I started listening to Jimi Hendrix after
Andre Nicotina and Jimi Hendrix.
Yep.
Damn, that spot's been there forever.
Yeah.
That spot is not there anymore.
Nope. That was a good one.
But fuck. Yeah.
Cheers to Davey Watson.
Shout out
man.
to Davey, man.
Cheers to Davey and the legacy.
You guys wanna?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
Whatever. I'll take a warm one.
I'll take a cold one.
I put some more in the fridge.
To Davey Watson.
Yeah.
Baby.
To the legacy.
Fuck yeah,
cheers.
dude.
All right, let's get to the list.
Hell yeah.
As stated, this is the month of April. This is news. We break it down in the same old way every month, and we say if we miss something, please let us know, because we do.
And we apologize in advance.
Yes.
It's
So
hard to keep
Leave
up
it in the
with
comments so
everything.
that people know.
Yeah.
That's what the comments are for. Help us out.
News, industry news, sponsorship, products, and then we got events that happen, events that are coming, videos, some honorable mentions in there, and then Instagram. So this is all stuff that basically dropped in the month of April. Again, I already forgot. So
Should we run through the plugs first? Because we got that
let's
SLC and the Aiken poster and all that.
Yeah, and then I was going to do that. I was going to give away the Aiken poster. Find the one from last month. Go
You
to
guys better
that.
enter that, or I'm gonna take it from the table.
And then we'll just choose one at random. Let's load them all up. And there, Mike Aiken is a killer. 67 Johnson, John Paul
67.
Yeah, it's John Paul Rogers. Not
Mike
really.
Aiken is a killer rider showing old school style with a new flair.
Boom. Winner.
So you get this poster. I'll send you some other stuff. I think I loaded in some old ride proofs in there and some other stuff, because there's definitely more
That's
than
so sick.
I can't remember what I put in here, but I just wrote Aiken poster on it.
Yeah,
so,
sick.
Congrats to him. And then sort of in the so we always have Dales, we always got Source, and then we got X Games this month, which is pretty crazy. So X Games
quick
came on
special
board.
one.
Yeah, we got they have the takeover on the site this month right now, and then And then
That looks
that's
legit.
you.
That
Yeah,
dude looks
that's
legit
super.
right there.
That nerd.
And then we got that nerd right
Oh,
there.
wow.
Ah, tricked you.
Sick. Oh my god. That's why I got invited to this.
Now you
No.
got it. That was just
That's
convenient,
crazy.
so.
That's so sick.
That worked out well.
Yeah.
So X Games
Hell yeah.
Salt Lake, and
Yeah.
then
So
that is
for the people
coming.
that don't know, there will be 2 X Games this year.
Mm-hmm.
One in Osaka, Japan, the 20th, 22nd, and 21st and 22nd of June, and directly after there will be one in Salt Lake City.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
there was a
don't miss out.
Sacramento one that might be postponed or
Yeah,
something.
we'll get to that. That one's postponed. I don't know. the reason
Postponed
why
for
necessarily.
potential bigger projects, I believe. But
Okay.
So link to buy tickets is in the description, but we're gonna go ahead and give away 2 general tickets to somebody in the comments
for Salt Lake City.
for Salt Lake City for every podcast we drop this month. So
Sick.
shout out to X Games for supporting us. It's cool to see it kind of like be like a mutual thing, you know. Like it's funny. I posted on my story the other day, or like literally yesterday too, when I was looking for the Davey El Toro photo. I stumbled on this stuff, which is like signed Haro. Signed Nyquist and Mira photos from X Games '97. I was
Wow.
like 15 or 16 years old.
Did he have a blue goatee in the photo?
He does have the turquoise helmet.
Okay.
So
sick.
pretty. I thought I actually lost these, so I was pretty.
Wow,
fucking
that's
hyped to
so
find
sick.
these. So
Gem. Hard copy.
so core memories.
Yeah,
core
that's
memories
super
right
sick.
there.
Right over here.
Yeah, and I got his action figure right here. And,
Shout out to Nyquist.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nyquist.
And I can actually text it. I went from getting his autographs to being able to text him that I had his autograph. for
That's sick.
whatever,
Jason told
almost
us on
30
Friday
years.
that he's going to invite Nyquist to be on his Battle of Hastings.
Battle of
team, so
Hastings. That's sick.
I hope that
Yeah.
He
goes
says,
down.
all I want is a Suey and a 5 air.
And that ain't all Nyquist is going to give
No,
him.
hell no.
He's
You know
gonna go
Nyquist is
crazy.
coming.
Yeah,
in.
he is. Do it all.
But no, but I think it's cool. X Games giving out tickets to general admission for every podcast. You
Yeah.
guys don't want to miss
Yeah.
out. I think this is going to be the big X Games as well. They'll have BMX Park, BMX Street, BMX Dirt, and Women's BMX Park as well.
Salt
Gonna
Lake
have
always
everything.
goes off for action
Yeah.
sports.
Absolutely,
Whether it's
I
their
think.
Supercross or when we did Dew Tour there, like
They have
Salt
a
Lake
great,
and
great
action
sports
is-
scene
yeah.
recently. A lot of new builds, a lot of amateurs coming up. I mean, you name it, from Aitken to Behringer, 50-50. The list goes on.
Yeah, and they have the music stuff going on.
Yeah,
It's
there'll be music
Sublime.
as well. Yeah, it'll
pretty
be
crazy
cool. It'll be a
and
good
stuff.
time. So free
So-
tickets, don't miss out.
Yep. Leave a comment if you plan on going to X Games. Get some free tickets from us, and hopefully I can meet you out there. That'd be sick.
It's the best
I'll be
time of the
there
year
too,
to go
so.
to Salt Lake City too.
Yeah.
So beautiful in the summer.
All right. So news, we had that, and then we have this is a full-length dirt video that's available for purchase. Sam Barrow, he made that Kaz Campbell edit that fucking ripped like in last year, and watch this whole thing, and it is fucking amazing. It's a mix of, obviously there's a bunch of dirt jumpers in there, but it's pretty much equal, and the reality is they're all obviously doing the same fucking thing.
Where-
England?
It's all England trails. Yeah,
I
it's
was just gonna
separated
ask where they were
separated
from.
by trails. Obviously, beautifully shot. It is well worth the money. So
That's so sick.
yeah,
I used to love watching trail videos at kids. It's just like dream about going to these different trails.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we still dream about it nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like they're so hard to come by. It's so much work and effort and energy, and the fact that they're still out there and digging. And shout out to all the real trail dogs out there digging. This is super sick. Definitely don't miss this one.
yeah, it is. It is awesome. So that is link for that is in this as well. So it is only £6. So what is that?
It's like
About
$8 or
$7.50?
something,
something
yeah.
like that. So well worth it. You guys do not. There's not many dirt full length videos these days. So please support.
You buy it on YouTube?
No, it's like a what's it called?
Like a digital download.
Gumroad or
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah,
but
sick.
Yeah, I think it is Gumroad, but it's embedded
just
in the
click the
site.
link
Yeah,
and it takes you right
bonehousevideo.gumroad.com. So
Easy.
very, very cool video. And then TJ Lavin's yard. I clicked the
Oh,
wrong
I
link.
know this one. Oh,
This one was like cool to see though. Like
It
dude, 'cause
was,
everyone
yeah.
started showing these old
Dude.
like the old stuff of Lavin's yard. It was just like, dude, like how dirt jumps used to be, you know, like
Yeah.
just throw them together and start riding them. Like
Yeah,
people
from-
didn't give a fuck.
Dude, from from this, like hosting
Yeah,
MTV cribs contest in your backyard,
Yeah,
like
it's like-
Lavin, like
Lavin is one of the most successful BMXer of all time.
Yeah.
If not the.
yeah, it's
dude. I
pretty
mean, he
awesome.
went from being one of the best dirt jumpers of all time, influential, biggest Superman C grabs in the game, riding for the
Look at the
biggest
jumps. I
corporate
love
sponsors.
it. Like,
Yeah, they're
people,
so,
you didn't even.
so
They were
raw.
so rough.
They just worked.
Brutal.
I mean, in video games too. You know, like you name it, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't click all the way through this. I didn't realize.
This one is super sick. So
I
he's
think
got
that's
like
Twitch right there.
Yeah.
he's got Twitch, Ronnie
This
Feist.
phone
Like
looks
look
so
at
sketchy.
Twitch riding BMX, bro, and he just yanks up on this flip. It's so savage.
Look at that. That is so futuristic though. Like who's ever had a dirt jump into a foam pit in BMX?
Not
Like
many people.
Lavin was.
And this yard was there for ages. I mean, he
Yeah.
paved the way for a lot of dirt jump contests, and then he went to hosting reality TV shows like the.
Yeah, he's been doing that forever.
Doing
So
everything,
if you watch his story, I mean, this is 5 hours ago. He's been running through every day.
Wow.
They are not going to exist in any capacity soon.
Just gonna make that a nice part of his yard because his backyard's already huge. It's just like a piece of it.
And for all the newer generation, TJ Lavin, dirt jumping legend. You know,
We're trying to make this TJ podcast happen. We're
TJ, if you're
yeah.
watching,
Yeah,
He's down.
be
We
amazing
yeah,
to listen
Kind of
to.
ran out of time
yeah,
for this month.
for this month, yeah. So
TJ's the best.
He's too
I wanna
funny,
Go
man.
to his house and do that podcast,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we won't get to see them tearing down his jumps, unfortunating.
I mean, I don't
Rollovers.
wanna see
Countless
it, yeah.
footage of all that
Yeah,
for
just-
the.
Yeah, it might be bad timing to do it right now.
Yeah.
Just sweating in his backyard, getting rid of his jumps.
Industry news, kind of a random one. Very, very old company from back in the day. No relation to Sean Walters, but they are selling that. So if you ever wanted to own a nostalgic BMX company, aka Elf BMX, so 44-year-old company, it is for sale
$425,000.
for a low price.
Wow.
$425,000.
I used to want an elf.
Yeah, I think I had like
all
elf
of it.
bars. And
Yeah,
stuff
they
like
were
that.
sick.
So, goods. Shout out to Shad Johnson. Turns 20 years old. Let's see.
Yeah, Shad.
My shop, Goods BMX, has been in business for 20 years. It still doesn't seem real to me. So I just wanted to come in here and just say thank you to everybody that supported us. We're not doing anything crazy for today, but later this year, we are going to do a big jam at Newburgh. I haven't pinned down the dates.
All right, I love you, Shad, but I'm gonna cut it off. But
Newburgh Jam.
Newburgh Jam coming up.
part's
But
dope.
shout out. I mean, 20 years of BMX shop. Obviously, a no easy feat. No easy feat at
Not
all.
many have done it.
And then on the opposite side of the spectrum, Daniel Durs Park, aka the Farm. Remember, he sold it recently. Basically, they are going to shut down. I guess the owner of the building basically went to go fucking jack the price up. We received a large increase in our monthly rent. Can't afford to keep it open. If you scroll through the
They had a good
comments,
run.
yeah.
A lot of people moved to that area because of
Yeah.
that park, but at the same time, it's kind of ran its course and everyone's spread all out again. It's
Yeah.
not- the scene's not really there, so it's like it's sad, but not as sad as it would be if it was like during its heyday when everyone was there and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So I mean, there's some stuff like this, like Keith. I'm blanking on his last name. Keith Schmidt. He has a bunch of old wild ass clips, but he, I've been there since the beginning. Like I said, the owners of the building are a snotty piece of shit. So it's like I think they're just money grab.
Yeah, it sucks
want
for
'em out of
the
there-
it does
want 'em out
suck
of
for the
there.
scene that is there.
Yeah, so-
that's selfish of me to say that. Like all the pros are gone because there's still probably a handful of kids who are
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a real
Yeah.
for them.
I think any skate park, indoor skate park made by riders that shuts down is always a hard one, But times change and you have to
Yeah.
and that's
do whatever benefits you.
So rare.
that's
and
kind of the same
challenging
thing. Breaking
to stay
Free
open.
Park in Rochester.
If you want an indoor skate park, you need a ton of space, like a ton of space. This here
This is Jaden Mooch's
is
old
Breaking
local.
Free Skate Park. It is 22,000 square feet. This is one of the last indoor skate parks at this size that's left on the East Coast or
That's crazy.
really anywhere. And
Yeah.
that's because 10 to 20,000 square feet is really expensive. And then when you're looking for a giant space that's not super expensive, you end up in a building like this. This building was built in 1918 as a World War I manufacturing facility in which they
Crazy.
were boring 75 millimeter cannon rifles. And when you're in a 107-year-old building, you're gonna have issues. I'm sure everyone's been to a skate park where they have these types of issues.
So that was Dave, and this is Breaking Free Park. Jaden Mucha texted Dennis and I, And kind of just wanted to give them a shout out, and just for those exact reasons. You have Durs Park closing down. We had the Wheel Mill. We've lost a lot of parks this year, and it's parks like that we need to support. So
absolutely, and I say it from especially like I grew up in Arizona where
you have premises.
Sadly, you need to have an indoor skate park because the weather's not the best, and on the East Coast it's the same.
Yeah.
Rain, winters. I come from the desert where summers are unbearable. Premises Skate Park opened that door for my family and my friends and gave us a second home to really get out there and ride. It's still open, but one thing we always tell the kids is don't take this for granted. This might not be here in a few years because it's expensive. You have to have air conditioning, heating, and obviously, if they're in old buildings, which is most likely what most indoor skate parks can afford, then the local scene, the support is the most important part. So never stop supporting your local skate parks. We're lucky enough in Premises Park to continue to do events and bring people out there, but some skate parks don't get the same amount of love or events. So get out there and support your parks. Don't take it for granted. Like I always dreamt about having a place to ride, and I got that option. So a lot of you guys that are nearby or want to make a trip out to these skate parks while they're there, make it last. This is a piece of the timeline that you have to enjoy.
Yep. And then Dave does have, if you want to participate, he has as you saw, he's like kind of doing he has a podcast that they do. They're doing it all. So they have a YouTube channel, the podcast, a Patreon where they're having stuff on there, and then the online store. So that's a way that maybe if you've been there and you really enjoy the park and you want to keep it going, that's a way that you can support, picking up a shirt, awesome. Even though if you can't go and actually ride it right now. So link for all that stuff is, as always, in the description. So
these places are like safe havens for a lot of kids. So
yeah.
If you guys can, really share any grain of salt to these places to keep them running and going, then you're potentially, guiding these kids to, fall in love with BMX for a few years more, So
yeah, for sure.
Anything helps.
What are you trying to do, Google? So X Games postponed Sacramento, which is pretty crazy, I thought. I mean, it was slated for August. I also thought that was crazy. It was 3 X Games, so it makes sense that maybe they're like, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't know if this news was all out there already, so it's good that we can bring this up.
Yeah.
So 3 X Games this year. From Osaka straight to Salt Lake City to Sacramento being the big one. I went to the press conference back in December, end of last year. And everything seemed like it was going to plan. Logistics from hotels and lodging, and obviously the facility and where it was going to be hosted was absolutely incredible. 15 minutes from downtown Sacramento, and they're bringing big music festivals to that area. I think Sacramento's trying to just bring the economy up with events, and they're just doing a lot for the community, and I think that's special. I got to go with Bryce Tryon, who's actually from Lodi, just 45 minutes from there, and so I thought it was really special that he was finally going to be able to have his family and friends and people he grew up with showcasing action sports. Hometown boy and showcasing action sports.
And he did say it in there, and I wasn't sure if that was public knowledge, but they basically said they're trying to focus on X Games League, and that's the reason that they're postponing it, because next year they're doing the X Games League.
Yeah, and I think everything, like I said, seemed like everything was set in stone. So I think, like Colin said, the X Games League is something new they're trying to build next year. It's kind of like NFL draft pick, where they'll be picking captains and thus creating these teams.
Half skaters and half BMXers, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure exactly that information.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah, but potentially maybe collaborating with different disciplines and winning overall championships with the multiple stops. So maybe them cutting back on this year's Sacramento event can potentially give it a bigger impulse next year, and maybe having Sacramento next year, then I think that's something cool too. So
I think it's cool that they're, X Games has been around for 1997. So it's like X Games, they've had this formula for so long. Why not try and
change it up for sure. So it's definitely refreshing, not only to the world, but to the athletes themselves.
And it is confusing right now, but as
it's confusing because I don't know anything either. Exactly, I just heard BMX and skating mixed together on a team, and you're like, how the fuck is that gonna?
Yeah, so it's gonna be like
sounds the most confusing. It's already confusing enough to judge.
I think it's like a points thing.
It's like a points thing. So to simplify it, I think they're gonna be doing kind of like a draft pick, where they'll be picking captains, thus picking a team, where you'll win in your discipline and potentially win as an overall championship with your team and getting these bonuses. I mean,
Kevin versus
like
Letitia.
Dude, I don't even know. But I think it'll be potentially bought off by more corporate companies that they'll be building the teams on. So you don't really get to pick or say whose team you got to be
okay.
on. So that's the little bit of information that I know. But I'm sure when the time comes, we'll all have a more picture, set picture for it.
Interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's cool. Like you said, it's refreshing. I think it's like different formula, and why not?
Yeah.
I wonder if you'll be able to like set, like, you're going to be an expensive pick. Kevin's gonna be able to like set his price and stuff.
Yeah.
That's like everyone's gonna be bidding on.
I got Colin, Dennis.
Oh, you're gonna be the captain.
I mean, if I get to be a captain, you guys are picked.
No, that would be crazy if it actually was.
I mean,
like
dude,
that.
who knows? Yeah, I think we can only get creative from the few things we know now. But I mean, imagine if
Kevin knows more than he's putting on.
I mean, imagine if you get to be a captain. And they tell you like
give him the squinty eyes until he just keeps talking.
keep saying shit, Kevin. What do you know?
I'm just thinking.
What do you know about this?
Anyways, the next thing we have on board is
we signed one of those things.
I just think it's exciting, like you said, something refreshing. If it's going to benefit action sports and bring something new and newer sponsors outside of the industry and bring in more money to the action sports, thus potentially not only progressing the sport more and having new guys come in, potentially having open qualifiers, which is something that we've all talked about, then why not? So
you always think of like the dudes that are on the couch, like yelling at the football screen because they're a team, like they were the coach, like they're on the team. And it's like, maybe it's that sort of element where you can really like, they're
put a jersey on of a team,
storytelling and like getting people behind it and like creating this like hype behind it that more people, you don't necessarily have to participate and be like a full-on lifer to really enjoy the process of the event or something. I don't know.
Yeah, or it becomes more like
definitely off the top of my
like
head
a generic
right
sport where people are so diehard and they're like putting on the jerseys at home, watching it live. I think that could be something that we could look forward to.
The Peraza jersey on, the double Dales hat.
I think you hit the nail on the head when you said they're trying to what did you just say? I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
It's a double Dales hat.
Double Dales hat. No.
That would be a savage team.
Yeah, I think it is though. Like switching it up.
No, the storytelling is what you said.
Oh, yeah.
Storytelling,
Yeah.
and I think that's what they're trying to hone in on is like create more of a storytelling aspect, because to the general public, trying to explain action sports is hard. You know,
absolutely.
So we'll see. It's interesting.
Yeah, no, storytelling is definitely a key component in what we all do. Like I think whether you win or lose, there's always a story to be told. And so if they can aim it that way as well, like from pre-preparation from who is who and why they're picked and why they get to be on this team or why a certain company got to pick them. I mean, there's many ways they could definitely take it in, but the story is definitely important for sure.
Yeah.
There's always something to be told.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
And that's the hardest part. Telling the story is the hardest part for sure. So you can film the event and all that stuff, but the reason why and everything going on behind the scenes is
I think it's cool, refreshing, like we all said.
All right, next on the list is Van Homan working the LA Olympics. We found that out at Swampfest. I don't know if we said that. We have no links or anything like that, but we thought that was cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
and he basically went from doing what he's doing in Paris, and I think it was just BMX, right?
Yeah.
And now he's got a raise,
like
basically.
boss.
Now he's like action sports. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because I mean, he was in Tokyo, lived in Tokyo for a few years.
Good for him, man.
Basically, Van's good at everything he does, and he keeps getting bumped up.
That's
awesome.
Everything
Very
he
cool.
does.
I was with Van when he first took that job, and I remember he was at kind of a stressful point. He was trying to figure everything out in his life, and I remember imagine leaving everything just to go somewhere and live somewhere. You know? And I remember Rob did it with China too.
Yeah.
A few different people had to move for that, but I mean, he killed it, obviously, and it's so sick to see him, moving on and being successful.
I feel like the France one, he didn't know for a while, and this one's like early. They're like, all right, you're in. So he must have crushed it in France and did a great job. So
to have someone like Van in there,
he will save us.
Now.
Yeah.
After all this time, he will save us.
Van is
Yeah, and he's doing so much.
the most core BMXer. One of them, is like up in the fucking.
Oh, he
Olympic
loves
thing,
this shit.
He's working at the source. He's doing product review. He's getting kids on bikes. He's doing everything he can with BMX. He's running the LA Olympics, all the other Olympics. BMX head that loves BMX. What more can you say?
Yep.
Van Homan.
Sort of in the same vein, we have Declan Brooks, full-time employment, new BMX freestyle tech coach for British Cycling.
Yeah.
So he took Jamie's spot?
Jamie went to U.S.
Yep.
What is it? Defected, right? Is that the word? Defected to the U.S. Traded.
Yeah,
Moved over for new opportunities. He does live in the U.S., so it just makes sense for him to, share his knowledge to a different group of guys and women.
And then Declan was on the team.
Declan was on the team.
Cool. Yeah.
Declan, for the people that don't know, obviously
Silver medalist?
bronze medalist in the Tokyo Olympics. one of the greatest, park riders from the UK. I got to, my very first amateur contest to ride with Declan to see where he's at now, and he actually just retired this year. Or end of last year, he decided to retire competitively. He's still riding, still shredding, and I think he just eyes were set on taking the next phase of his chapter is now being the official BMX freestyle technical coach for the British cycling team, which is absolutely incredible. So shout out to Declan.
Yeah. And then Greg Illingworth.
Illingworth will also be right-hand man with Declan, I believe, with the Team GB. So they're in good hands for sure.
Very cool.
Huge.
They got a great team, great energy, and not to mention these indoor skate parks are absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So
definitely not struggling with the indoor parks there.
Yeah,
it's insane.
I wouldn't say not struggling, but they have no other choice with the weather. So I think they're making it work. So
it just seems like they keep popping up and getting better and better.
And obviously results and all the athletes that are out there doing their thing, they're putting on for BMX, allowing these places to continue to stay open. I think.
Yeah,
Mike Gonzalez was one of my biggest influences too.
Really?
Yeah, that's funny. And when I saw that, I was like, I didn't know this, but he used to go to my local BMX track, Ben Salem BMX, Pennsylvania, when I was a kid, 6 years old, 5, 6. I used to follow him around the track. He used to open up all the. I'd follow him, and he'd be like, "No, I don't want you to," because he wouldn't want me to get hurt, you know. But he towed me into so many jumps when I was a kid. It was crazy.
That's so sick.
He was like, I idolized him because he had so much style.
Yeah, he's fucking steezy. I mean, you can say
so funny.
A little bit small, but obviously he still rips, and he was sales manager, brand something at Full Factory, so like Odyssey Sunday out of the ATX, and then now he's working for Huffy as the category manager of BMX product manager.
Huffy's going all in.
Category manager of BMX product management. There's a little managed to be a little over top. But very cool to see how much they're doing. And just bringing in somebody as obviously as Colin just stamped on it, that is a lifer that has been in it for a long time. So very cool. Congrats to Mike Gonzalez and all that. I figured that is about as industry as it gets. This is industry news. We got Elf for sale, and the manager of the category manager of the management.
Bringing me back, man.
You guys think anyone's going to buy Elf?
No. $425,000? Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm just
we didn't really talk about it.
I know. When I saw that number, I was like,
maybe get some fucking chain tensioners.
I think S&M was cheaper than that.
No, I don't think so.
What? I don't remember.
No, it was $1 million. It had to be $1 million, yeah. So
which makes sense, but Elf,
it's just been such a long time.
It's too long.
Yeah,
you're not gonna do
it's very iconic. Don't take away from what it was and what it could be.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to
never know.
Owns
it's a different generation.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. I hope nobody watching this is like, I'm gonna buy it, and then we just killed it.
Sorry, guys.
Dan Crux starts Solace worldwide.
I actually saw that on the way over here.
Yeah. Definitely caught me off guard. He's giving away a bike to celebrate just as it said. I was about to say to celebrate the launch of the new brand. One lucky person will win my old bike. So follow Stallis, Dan Kruk, tag 3 friends, share this post on your story, and the winner will be announced May 3rd. So
go buy some shit from Dan.
You got 2 days left.
Go buy some shit from Dan. Dan kills it. He's one of the most progressive BMX riders in BMX Street. He's killing it for a long time. So
the only rule is you have to keep the bars just like
I love that.
It's his thing.
And like I said,
the bolts are stripped.
Like I said, from the indoor skate parks, support your homies and support other BMX riders that are out there killing it.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to make a hustle and a grind and do something cool for BMX to give back to BMX. So
cool.
Shout out to Dan. Go support him. Show him some love, and get him motivated to continue pushing this new brand that he's got.
Yeah, very cool. Just a hat intro right now, but that's where things start. So cool to see. Sponsorship. Cool to see Leandro get picked up, put on radio bikes after GT at the beginning of the year. Obviously,
Leandro is so sick.
Yeah,
so sick. So good for him. Congrats.
Yes. He's like I feel like he just constantly keeps blowing up more and more, but he's kind of an OG at this point too.
He is.
He's been doing it, and he still just stays super healthy.
Seems like he just loves it no matter what. Well, this year I feel like he's been battling some injuries, wrist or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A few at the Triple Challenge. He had a few injuries, but he was still coming out, still riding them and stuff.
Yeah.
Still holding it down back home.
Goes to Swamp Fest.
And goes back home and rides the biggest dirt jumps in the world. It's so sick. Shout out to Leandro Moreira.
It's good to see a lot of the GT dudes get picked up by legit companies.
Normal day at the office, he calls it.
Boom.
Gee.
No, and he does a lot for the community down in Brazil, hosting an event once a year. You know, just bringing the community together. I think it's like even on like Brazilian national TV. So he does a lot with promoting BMX. Yeah, so good for him, and shout out to him and his new sponsor.
Jason Enns on S&M, which is pretty fucking sick.
Fucking sick, and then this video. I don't know if it's in the video section, but this video is awesome.
It was, yeah.
It's so good.
I mean, you can go anywhere really, but yeah,
It's
just
so
it
good.
well put together.
I won't say we're trailblazers, but
Well put together, and just the message that they get across through it is like, it's epic.
Yeah.
Talk about storytelling, you know, like
It's so sick that the clip
Glad that time code.
of Biz and Rooftop, all three together. They were driving through Arizona one time with Kaczynski, I believe, like going to like Texas or something. They were just driving through, and I had just met Rooftop and BK at a contest, and they were like, "Yo, Peraza, we're driving through. Can we come ride your local?" And just the fact that they stopped through, and it was like Jason Enns and Biz. I was like mind blown. I have this crazy photo on Facebook with all three of them. It's so sick.
That's awesome.
So sick to see that Jason's still out there killing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Always has.
No, this is motivating because they're just, you know, a couple of them, you know, they're all like, there's a couple dudes nearing 50 on this trip, and they're just ripping.
But it's the prime
having
example
more
of
fun
what
than
BMX is, where it's like there's no age or limit or gender or race. Like they're still out there having a good time.
It was a story. If you in the Ends podcast, they told a story about how they went to Woodward, Tahoe, and they were like, "Yeah, we're here to ride," and the guy at the front was like, "So you're picking up your kid?" And they're like, "No."
They're like, "Hell no."
You
know who we are? Nah, I'm too humble, but
So-
yeah, I can imagine they're like the biggest shredders of the employee that
just no idea. So yeah, we obviously, as you see right here, we dropped this month. We rarely plug podcasts on here on the only
yeah. For the
podcast,
people who
but
don't know, Jason Enns is the great one to listen to.
3 hours long. Definitely a very, very good listen. Shout out to Jason for coming down and making it happen. You know, it blows my mind sometimes, you know, and it's like the three of I have Rooftop, Biz.
I was tripping when I saw that.
And Jason here, you know, and it's like, and then just like even Castillo and Rooftop, it like fuck, man, you just geek out sometimes. Just turn into a full nerd. So, those is all in there. You should be able to find that stuff. Same range.
We got any more deals?
I do. Just grab them from the fridge.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in the top left. Forgot to.
0.5 BTM frame. Nice. I've been having a lot of good luck with crooks. I've been locking them in, so that's a good sign. Tables feel
Jeff
great.
Z.
Yeah.
Motor pedals too.
Nice. He's running BTM pedals.
Yeah, I love they're a nice big platform. I love the gray.
X-Men.
Jeff talked to me about this, and it was just like they were like, "Do you want a bike?"
I mean, you can't
and
go
he's like,
wrong
"What?"
with this
Like,
contraption.
just
It's
blew his
made.
mind, and then he was like, "I think I'm sponsored," you know. And then there's like, he wasn't entirely sure.
Yeah, see?
So obviously, I think, you know, Jeff Z is like a pillar of the community, you know. I think everybody wants to support him. So when GT stuff went the way it did, it's like I'm happy that I'm in a spot that I can give him some money every month and support him, and then cool to see support like this and all the brands that come together that sort him out.
you.
So
Yeah, good for Jeff.
yeah.
That's so sick. I mean, everybody knows Jeff. For people that don't know Jeff, he's the reason everybody's got incredible photos, just like yours, Ryan, and you know, another big influence in BMX from the very beginning. You know,
definitely. Anthony Perrin no longer riding for Kink BMX. Huge fans of Anto, and proud to have had one of the most progressive street riders of his generation repping our stuff. Unfortunately, some things don't work out like we planned. We wish nothing but the best for him in the future on and off his bike. So, you know, Anthony won Nora Cup for his part in FTS.
Yep.
And then I think, you know, Kink was like, we fucking love this dude. And they brought him on, and then I think he just had a bad run of injuries.
Yeah, he had a few injuries.
Fucking COVID happened, and just life in general afterwards, you know? So it's, I mean, I think it's maybe just kind of like telling, like, I feel like you never get that, like, kind of like candid version of that, you know? Like, unfortunately, things just don't work out as you planned, you know? But
yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
you know, it could be Maybe even Anthony stepping down from his spot, giving it to somebody else. You never know. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Anthony Perrin.
No, I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Absolute
Who knows?
shredder.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Absolute shredder.
Incredible.
I love
incredible
him. That
light
FTS
rider.
part
Incredible.
I felt like was just like pretty
To the music, to
it was
how
just
it made
futuristic
you feel,
feeling,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like this is something
Progressive, good energy too. He's still out there killing it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the best to Anthony.
Yeah. Told myself I was.
Man, I didn't even know that. That bums me out.
Yeah.
kinda.
Yeah.
He's like one of my favorite riders.
Same.
Another
Sort
GT
of,
rider
maybe.
getting picked up
Yeah.
by a sick company.
That's sick.
Little more mellow version of it. I think Julian's back home, but they wanted to hook him up as most people do. You know,
Yeah.
Julian is such a force, kind of similar to Davey in that sense. His outlook on life is like it makes you think about the way you think about stuff. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely grounds you and reminds me of to just simply enjoy the little things.
yep.
No, he's definitely a big influence.
Definitely
to
looks a
of
lot
us
better
are
on that
watching.
fit than a GT.
Fits him well.
Yeah, looks really good, honestly.
No, he's shredding, still riding. Look at that.
Damn.
Yeah, and that recent edit that was just at the tail end of GT that was going to be it was
going to be the
incredible.
4GT, yeah.
it was fucking
Such a
incredible.
savage.
So.
No, good for him.
Shout out to Fit. Shout out to Julian.
Yep. Good moves.
Boop boop boop. I do not. How do you say this, Kevin? I feel like maybe you would.
Out.
Out. Matsu. What was it?
AOU.
Matsuda.
Matsuda on Monster
Oh,
Army.
Matsuda.
Cool.
I was sick. Little shredder from Japan. The future. You know, surrounds himself with other great riders. He's always with Showa, with Joji, Rim, you name it. You know, just to name a few. He's super, super sick.
Yeah,
It was so cool. We were at X-Games Chiba last year, and I just kept seeing ads pop up on the TV, and it was him every time. I was like, how cool.
Ads on the TV of him?
Yeah, there was like ads from like a brand, Japanese brand. They were just airing on live TV, and it was just him riding. It was so sick.
Sick.
But he rips. Yeah, he's like one of many younger shredders in Japan. You know,
Yeah.
the energy and the progression in Japan with especially the younger guys. Like he's great at riding street, great at riding ramps. I think it's in good hands for sure.
Super cool.
And Monster Army is doing a lot for the younger generation, you know.
Yeah,
so I
what
think
is
it's
it? What's
cool.
the deal with it?
Yeah, so Monster Army will, you know, potentially help with travel and potentially give you bonuses for winning amateur events. And then, you know, hopefully in the future, they got an eye on you already and they could potentially bump you to pro. So Brady Baker is a prime example of being on Monster Army and then winning an X-Games medal as a rookie in BMX Dirt. And then obviously just getting put on the global team with the rest of the pro team. So
Damn.
that's the idea. Monster
Sounds
Army's
like a
doing
super
this.
legit,
I get the
like,
chills
AM
because I
team.
think it's absolutely incredible for them to, you know, pay attention to the younger generation. I think for them to believe in these kids, it just motivates you to work that much harder to chase this pro deal in the future. So good for them.
Yeah, think about it. If you were like a 14-year-old kid and you are getting a little bit of support from a company like Monster, and it's probably
Where there is a future
such a
in mind,
motivator
you know?
in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's cool. MKS Moto Shoes. I don't know too much about this, but they're hooking up Luke pedals, which obviously he we've talked about him a few times on here, and then they are hooking up Brant Moore somewhere. I think it's this one. So those are the shoes. Don't know how much they are doing, but it's cool to see something a bit new.
A lot of new shoe news lately, which is cool.
Yeah, and then kind of in the same vein, we have Jack Henneke on Osiris, which
this one was out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Saw this.
and it's collabed with like official Osiris.
Yeah,
which
no,
is
it's
cool.
It's
so
legit. I looked into it and was like, wow,
yeah,
dope.
beats me. Yeah, we don't know, but it's cool to see. And then they've had a couple of things.
I always loved like the Osiris BMX team when
Yeah,
it was crazy. It was such a good team. It was going off.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Carlson was in charge at the time too.
should listen to Steve. Was it on the Steve-O podcast?
I think he said something about Osiris. I can't remember.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
You know, more companies getting into BMX again.
Yeah, Osiris. Get
Or
in
coming back into BMX, better said.
so is this all like D3s or something? Yeah, they are. D3 stuff is like.
I mean, that's
coming
what all the
back in
kids want to
style,
wear
right?
nowadays, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Crazy.
Cool.
Cool to see.
Yeah.
Max Jung. He's been on Fit for a while, but I just threw it in here. Felt like because it was that intro.
Definitely a crazy feel.
Yeah, it's a cool video. Good little official welcome to the Fit team.
Yeah. Just the all-around style of like the younger kids is so sick to see. But they can really do a lot of everything, like kind of REA style, I guess.
Yeah,
I feel like
that.
that's like the theme of 2025 and the new gen of the AMs and pros coming up. It's like all around. Everyone's just starting to ride everything.
Yep, I think that's where it's headed. I think it's
Get to have
fun.
more fun.
Yeah, more fun, more things to ride. Like if you can ride a curve and then go ride a street spine and then some dirt jumps, then why not? I just think getting out and riding is sick.
So they kind of run through his setup. They ask him a couple of questions, some riding. So it's kind of
that was nasty.
Yeah,
yeah,
a little bit different. It's not like some sort of edit, but it's meant to be like, hey, this is our intro to this dude that he's on. So
you said he was already on Fit, but they just
I think he's been on for a little while.
Probably made it official. Just put a video out and made it official. That's sick.
Shred neck.
Feels pretty good. I like it.
Looks long.
I'm running the Fit Young Buck bars at 9.5.
Last clip or two is really cool too.
He's from Austin, I suppose.
It says
out there.
Yeah, he's from the East Coast and he moved out to Austin.
Oh, sick.
I thought he was from Colorado.
He says it in here. I'm pretty sure it was somewhere further than that, but could be wrong.
Definitely lives in Austin now, but
yeah, he's been there for a while too. All right, product sponsorship done. Product section. Goring Sprocket from. I thought I had it more.
This is the
queued up.
The April product.
Not too much. Oh, this is YouTube. Where are we at here? ourbmx. That's us.
Hi, I'm Nathan Goring. I do a lot of pedal grinds, so it just wears it flat on the chainring loads. So I was like, I need 4 bolt holes, have more spaces to smash things. The guard needs to be higher than the chain so that you've got time to wear it down before you need to get a new sprocket. Putting the shield in the cutouts makes it look so badass. It comes in 3 sizes, 25, 28, and 30, which is like the size you should be buying really, so you can go fast. 3 different colors, matte black, matte grey, and bright gold. Compatible with 24, 22, and 19mm spindles, so you can run it on any cranks. I made a 6061 T6 aluminium, made in the USA and ridden everywhere. Pretty surreal. Now there's a sprocket with my name on it.
That's sick. Well done, as always. And then we got Rickson truss bars. So these are all brands that help us out. So give them a little product section in here.
The Rickson truss bars are a super strong 4-piece bar. They're 9.25 tall, 30 inches wide. They have 1 degree of upsweep and 12 degrees of backsweep.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
Kind of
As
4-piece.
4-piece bars have gotten taller, they crack easier at the bottom. Some simple gussets to this area eliminate the problem.
Wow.
They are made from multi-budded chromoly that is heat treated after welding. All of that keeps the weight down and provides a solid starting point, giving you a bar with comfortable geometry that will hold up to anything you throw at them.
Cool. Never seen a 4-piece bar with a gusset.
Yeah, he said it perfectly. Most of them, just the way they're built and welded, they crack with time.
Yeah,
So
box
pretty
gets
cool.
bigger. It's obviously just a leverage thing.
Yeah.
When I found the Davey El Toro, I also found Brennan's bar spin attempt too, and I found your tail whip photos, ones that like the actual photo, because we've seen the Polaroid. So I was like, I shot this? Like I literally couldn't remember I shot like a pretty photo of it.
Break your foot there?
Yeah. You've talked about it so many times.
Yeah.
It's like right over his
know,
head.
yeah,
It's like dirty.
I know I've heard you say it, but I was like, I don't know if I've ever asked him. I always heard that he broke his foot.
Yeah, I think like the first photo I ever had in ride, you shot me like whipping like a 15 stair, the Ford block or whatever it is. I got my license. I drove to El Toro. That's like right after. I was like, I got this. Went to the Etnies skate park, whipped a 10 over and over. I was like, let's go. I got there. I was like, oh shit.
Dennis was like 14 or something.
I was like 15 and a half or 16.
Sprocket or Colony Bish guard sprockets. 2 guard sprockets. Bish. I feel like that's like some Australian slang that we need Watts here for.
Yeah.
That's cool with the
opening.
Yeah.
That's sick for the crank arm.
Very cool.
Yeah, you don't need that shit where the crank arm is.
Yeah.
Good call.
And then, I thought I had the link in there, but link to the product pages will be in there too. But Alien Nation descent pegs are right here, not in the folder like the spreadsheet says.
Hey y'all, this is Frank. And these are my Alienation descent pegs.
The Alienation commercials are always...
they always kill it.
Wow. Max Miller spot, right?
Yeah.
It goes like tires a gap all the way over.
Yeah.
Rollerblade.
Shout out to Glenn Milligan. Sorry I didn't text you back. Glenn Milligan podcast coming soon.
Hell yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I know we're doing in the middle of this one, but I just saw Glenn post of the big BMX show.
I know, yeah. I should look at it.
Is he doing it again?
I mean, he posted a clip today. Yeah. I was like, what?
Those are so good.
Shout out to Alienation, Descent Peg. Shout out to Dr. David and his editing style. Always appreciated.
Yeah, that's super fun. It's as raw as it gets.
Yeah.
It's real, you know. I think it's every kid has been filming that at home.
Posh Book. So
yeah, I saw you pull this out. I'm interested to see.
Oh, wow. Yeah, hold on. I forgot. I just messed up and killed the screen record real quick.
Well, he says almost.
Yeah, the name is perfect. Almost 30 years of Posh.
Damn. Oh, this is a good.
There's like a bucket list spot that I want to hit in my life for sure.
Yeah.
Makes you feel something. I like the old stuff when you see that. Like, dude,
yeah,
that's just like a different era of like dirt jumps, you know?
I know.
Like, it's nice how jumps are perfect now, obviously.
But
like,
they didn't used to be.
It's kind of cool how they just didn't give a fuck. You know, like,
we're just
the
rideable.
landing was like 2 feet shorter, but it was supposed to be a normal double. You know,
Yeah.
it's like whatever, we got to ride.
I mean, they were just like fuck wasting time. Let's just make them rideable.
Yeah, new jumps are definitely way sicker.
It's a work of art now.
But when
back in the day,
that's when I was a little kid watching dirt jumping, and it makes me feel like, oh yeah, jumps used to be kind of ghetto.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it
know,
was
like,
really.
Yeah.
Random ditch.
God,
fix the kicker a
that
little
shit.
bit.
Opened one photo and made me feel a certain way.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
that's a cool book.
Wow.
So it says sold out on web store, but copies are
That
still
definitely
available.
looks way better.
Yeah.
Jumps like that, but it's something a nostalgia when you look at those old jumps.
So this is,
dude.
I was going to share the link to Dalecki's web store, but they are sold out there. But this is the list of where you can find the books. And then obviously, if you're lost, just message Dalecki. But
so these are all Dalecki photos, or he?
It's a collection. It's definitely a collection of images. But I think he's the one that kind of curated everything. I think 285 pages, hardcover. Photos. Chris Holman, Ed Doherty, Sandy Carson, Dalecki, Tara, Brad McDonald, even Jeff Z, Tasha Lindemann, Keith Mulligan, Kai Clawberg, Joe Rich, and more. So,
dude, Colin Winkleman's in here too. Yeah. There's like photos from 1994.
30 years. I mean, that's like what is that? That's like 5 generations of BMXers, basically. Like when you, I mean, a generation of BMX, yeah, is like.
I mean, I was born in '94, and there's photos from '94. That's insane.
So very cool.
Sick.
Let me go ahead and. I'll just link this Instagram post that has the info of where stuff is.
Shout out to Leggy too.
Yeah.
Such a sick human.
See, this is why when you see a pre-order, you go ahead and do it.
Get it before
you don't fuck around, and then in 4 months, in 4 months when the shit shows up, you're like, I forgot I bought this, but I'm so glad I did. So,
I mean, a piece of history.
Yeah,
you know?
don't sleep on stuff because it will be unavailable to you.
And I think to anybody that rides BMX, you know, like Posh is definitely on your bucket list of places to like go and ride one day or just see. I think just going and seeing them like alone is sick. There's 30 years of history in this book, probably more.
Yeah. Shout out to Jay Lonergan for all his blood, sweat, and tears probably at the end too. So, yeah, we'll keep it moving since we can't really show anything. Seabass update.
Yay.
Yeah, Seabass. I was watching that on the way over here.
Across America. We're here in Louisville, Kentucky.
He's got that little baseball bat.
I left the bike behind because I had to break into this music festival to show you what I'm about
Trying to break into this music festival.
I found a place to stay with a good friend of mine, this lovely lady. So big shouts out to Chris. If you look behind me, you notice this crazy ledge.
Oh, the Gerber.
And if we turn around, dude, Jaws gap. This is so insane, dude. Look at this thing. Shout out to Aaron, Jaws, and Loki.
Did Jaws ollie that straight or to the side?
I think he ollied straight.
BMX bike, respectively.
I've been there. I've been there in person, and it was just about that windy, and it is fucking so big.
Where is it?
Holy cow!
Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
God bless America.
I just remember the clip of like the wheel folding, you know?
Yeah.
Just running out of it. It's crazy.
Yeah, Seabass, he's doing it. He ain't fucking around.
Gerber, destroyer of wheels. This is
There's the clip. Oh my god! Just like the thumbnail of.
If you guys haven't seen this video, it literally is. Gerber is a fucking.
Clip we filmed for entire section was in Louisville, Kentucky, famous spot known as the Jaws Gap. It's I don't know how you describe it. It's literally like a 20 stair with another ledge directly on top of it, making it like, I think Jankum magazine put it like 13 foot tall, 13.5, something like that. I can't remember the exact thing up there. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I think we just went there. I think toast, like literally like snake wobbles. First try, through the bars, landed, front wheel, back wheel, toast, like literally like snake wobbles. What did you break? All of it.
All of it.
Second try, after putting on Ryan Howard's front and back wheel.
Ooh.
I landed it. That's when I landed, bounced, pressed super hard, like bounced off the back tire, foot comes off. Managed not to touch the ground and rolled away from it, but not really like what I wanted to do. So I went back up for my third attempt.
I mean, dude.
Got up there, literally pedaled through the bars, caught, landed, and literally the front wheel just.
Oh my! Yeah, I remember seeing just the wheel. Left the chat.
Left the chat.
Candy bar.
He just runs out of it too. That's so sick.
Sorry, Howard.
He's like, oh, I broke your wheel, bro.
I fucking said because I fucking destroyed his front wheel and his back wheel. So yeah, that was the first clip.
He literally, like, dude, he has so much, like.
Literally, after I landed, I ran over. He's like, "You did it! Woo!"
That one's crazy. The nollie switch grind.
Fucking came over, gave him a hug, drank it.
He's like, "You woke me up."
I fucking drank it. That was a pretty fucking sick day. Definitely something that
Greg came over, gave me a beer. I fucking drank it.
I can remember that one. Just everything that went in.
Yeah, we'll show the clip.
He's like, "You did it!" On to make it.
This whole video is like,
insane.
It's not. It's Zach just breaking down these clips, and fuck.
Oh my God.
And he is so hilarious. And
Street God was in.
Street God
was there.
Yeah.
He was in fucking physical form that day. He was in the dumpster. Literally, after I landed, I ran over. He's like, "You did it!"
Finally did it. That's Street God right there. He's in physical form.
I fucking drank it.
Greg gave me a fucking beer and I fucking drank it. Yeah, that video is great. Maybe you guys should just go ahead and look that one up because there's lots of laughs and crazy fucking bike riding. So shout out to Seabass. He's got the Venmo and the GoFundMe are in his Instagram. He is we didn't even really go into it yet. How far is he? He's in Louisville.
He's in Louisville. He's been doing a lot of amazing stuff. He got on Kill Tony. He's been making friends the whole way. He's the man. Staying positive throughout some. It's fucking crazy following him every day. Like getting stuck in storms and this and that. Like
I haven't really
so real.
You told me about the pass out thing, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
He's really
I missed that.
And I mean, he's doing it all to just.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I've been seeing him like every other. I haven't seen them all, so I'll miss a couple of days, and I'm like, oh my god, he's made it that far. Like I don't even, can't believe how he's already.
He's going all the way to New York too. He's not just going.
He's like in Ohio now almost. I'm like, what?
No, I think
he left Louisville, right? That was like, and he's like heading towards Ohio.
He's gonna go to Manhattan. That's his finish line.
Yeah, but he's not taking like the shortest route. He's taking the.
I mean, dude,
he got kicked off the highway. Now he's on some like weird road. He says
he knows everything.
I watch him.
Yeah,
I mean, it's my favorite
number one
thing.
fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think it's crazy.
Yeah,
he's doing it all in the name of just pushing BMX to the younger generation.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then I was
Seabass, I hope you're listening to this while you're riding through America.
He's killing
You're the man. Keep going, brother.
So Tim Weeks, we have talked about him. He is like pretty. I think he's done, but he did 5,000 fucking miles in Australia. So I don't know what K-bar is. I was hoping to get the fucking translation from Watts, but he bailed tonight. So
what did this dude do? You talked about him before.
Yeah, he rode across. He's been doing it for fucking ever.
Looks like such a beast.
Yeah, he is a weapon. He has just been going for just pedaling across Australia and killing it at the same time.
What a
Look at that spot, dude.
Yeah, he's like quarter pipe.
Yeah. I kind of didn't do my due diligence here because I thought Watts was going to break it down for me, but yeah, 5,000 miles on a BMX bike. Sorry, no offense to Seabass here, but this dude is
they're different humans.
Built different.
This guy Seabass is smoking cigarettes and drinking beer the whole time. Like this dude looks like born athlete kind of guy.
Yeah,
so
he's ripped.
Yeah, he probably started with hair on his head and no beard, and now he's like.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, is he just doing it just to do it, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's cool, man. He's just out riding. There's no right or wrong way to ride a BMX bike.
Yeah,
this is a prime example.
Cairns.
Yeah, Perth is West Australia. So wow.
So that was 38 weeks ago. He posted that.
Mental illness is no.
Yeah. I'll go back here. That's all. Finish up.
Yeah, mental illness is an extremely savage debilitation.
Yeah.
I'm riding my next say from Cairns to Perth, continue my battle. Yeah, with more strength. That's awesome.
Yeah. So 38 weeks, and then this is April 16th. This is 15 days ago. So I don't know if he's done, but fuck. Shout out to him.
Yeah, how sick. I mean, he said it there, like mental illness. I think anybody that rides a bike knows that once you get on a bike, whether it's just to cruise down the street or to hit a skate park, it eases the mind a little bit. So just get out there and have a good time.
Yep.
His bike setup is sick.
And then this is what we talked about the other day, Dakota.
Yeah, paralyzed Dak.
Yeah.
So Dakota Gillette. He's not from Tucson, Arizona, but he made Tucson, Arizona his home. He has turned Premises Park into his second home. He had a pretty rough accident at our local skate park. He came down for a jam that we were hosting and missed it by a day, but still wanted to ride the park. Had an injury at the skate park, and he got paralyzed. Pretty much the same story that they told Scotty, like, you're never going to walk or talk or be the same ever again. And I was lucky enough to go with Ian Abbott, the owner of Premises Park, to the hospital literally the week of the accident. And this kid was so full of determination, like, damn it, I missed the gym and I missed the session with you. Like, but trust me, like, we'll ride together one day. And I think he has a photo a little bit down with me more where he said, after 7 years, I finally got to ride with Kevin. And I thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Like, because literally when we were in the hospital, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell this kid and how to react to the situation. And he was so full of life and so determined to.
There's your brother.
Yeah, my brother's in the clips. Like, he's literally got adopted by the whole family out in Tucson there. Like, everyone loves this kid.
Whoa.
He's so sick.
Dude. He's not scared.
Not scared at all. He goes to the whole USA BMX freestyle events. He's won, like, the Hero Award multiple times. He's gotten to meet Scotty, and he's at the Triple Challenge in Glendale every year. He's just super in love with BMX, and that's something so special. Like, gets to ride with my brothers and a bunch of homies back home. Like I said, he fully embraced the injury. He didn't let that stop him. And he is a prime example of,
Scotty did a video with him, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I have not seen that.
And it's a super good one, from Scotty's.
That was 51, or was that?
Well, yeah, that was he had a screenshot. Okay. Yeah, so last year. Well, last year.
It's just what your mind is capable of doing, and when people tell you no, but you're so determined and you're so obsessed with something like BMXers are, you can do the impossible. And Dakota is a prime example, like Scotty and many others that have been through injuries. He's such a savage. Like, they recently gifted him at the last USA BMX freestyle event an all titanium 22-inch build.
Oh, you told
so
me
he
that.
has a problem with pedaling standing, and so he had to ride a 22-inch bike, but it was a lot heavier than most. So Ian and a few other people got together and donated money to build him. I think like from titanium bars and forks to like the frame built by Laird. Like, it's just cool to see the whole community come together and show this kid love and
he's on it on that.
He's on it there. Sick. He's got a video and he's got like a few captions. He's filming a video part right now. It's
a
sick.
nice looking 22-inch. Like, it's really well proportioned.
And you can see a little
it
bit.
does look really good, huh?
Great kid, great energy, and like I said, from the very first time I met him, I'm talking literally the week of the accident, he was like, I'm gonna ride with you one day, don't forget that. And dude, and it's so sick for him to like
really cool.
Dude, that was so
come
good.
to me years later, and like we're at the session, he's like, we finally did it, dude. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I told you I was gonna ride. I was like, dude, no way. That's true. Like, cause I was already so used to seeing clips of him riding, and when I really got to ride with him in person again, like I was like, what? No way. Like, we did speak about this. How crazy. So shout out to Dakota Gillette, Paralyzed Dak.
Fuck yeah.
You can catch him at any other USA BMX freestyle event. He's such a savage.
Rad.
And just a prime example of where your mind can take you places.
Dude, and his riding's creative too. Like, he's doing.
He's got like a robotic leg. I saw he posted a story yesterday looking for new legs. Anybody out there in prosthetics looking to promote yourself in the industry? It's so sick. Like, it inspires me more than ever. I think, like, all of us sitting here at this table, like, if you just put a little bit grain of salt and inspire one person out of the million people that are watching you, and you do that, it means the world to you. And so, like, just the fact that, like, it's sick. It gives me the chills. There's the highlights right there. So that's the photo of Ian and I at the hospital.
Wow.
Crazy.
2017.
Crazy.
Damn.
And literally, he's like, the week of the accident, he's like, I'm gonna ride with you one day. Don't forget that. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super sick. Just shredding.
That's awesome. Shout out to you, Dak. That's crazy. All right. I feel like we should have ended with that. I feel like we should have ended with that and moved on. But previous page. So this is, we have like BMX MDB and like early 2000s for, well, I guess like kind of the same thing. But so we have Owen Cleggy, a legend of his own right. He basically, as they are cataloging old BMX magazines digitally. So
that's pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
the delivery is like, the quality is amazing.
I just bought this exact same magazine at a thrift store.
Did you?
Out here in South Park.
What?
Yep. This dude behind the counter.
Magazine.
That same magazine, bro. I kid you not. I bought this exact magazine, hard copy, original copy.
That's so weird.
At a thrift store.
That's
and then
wild.
the dude behind the counter, he's got old school BMX reunion shoes on. He says, I got a friend. You might know him, Dave Norrie.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? And I was like, hey, like, how much for this BMX magazine? He's like, what do you know about BMX? I was like, my dad grew up riding BMX in the 80s. He's like, sick. I was like, yeah, like, how much? He's like, how much you got? I was like, I got $10. He's like, yeah, sure. Take it. He's like, I got more home. Let me double check, see what I got.
Wilkerson.
Damn.
So just to see this is crazy. Yeah.
That's so weird, though.
I would never expect
all the
that.
magazines,
Dude,
old school magazines. You bought that one.
This one. I literally went through the whole magazine shooting photos and sending them to my dad on
and you
WhatsApp.
randomly just clicked.
Well, yeah, I switched it.
That one, the freestyler one. That one.
Right?
Literally that copy.
Yeah.
I sent it to my dad. He's like, yep, Martina Parrillo on the cover. I had that one when I was 16. Like, literally told me everything about the magazine.
That's cool. So you can break it down, BMX Action, Endless Mags.
So sick.
All of them, Albion's, all that. Because, like, even Albion was such a good magazine, and they had those digital copies on for a while, and I tried to go, like, within the last year to look up something, and it was like they hadn't paid. So then it was gone. And so it's like...
Okay,
it's cool. Dude, this is like
a piece of history.
Yeah, this is doing the work of fucking. This is thankless work in a lot of ways, but it is important.
I think it's cool for a lot of the newer generation now that live in the digital age to really fall back and see where the BMX era was in the 80s and 90s. Like these dudes were like, the cream of the crop of why BMX is what it is today. So just the fact that you get to go back in this archive and find these, it's so sick.
Oh, so they have a little. What are those dots about? Find out how to share. Oh, okay. So yeah, so that was previouspage.co.uk, and then the Instagram is previous page BMX. So no time like the past. There'll be snippets of it on there.
So sick, this account.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Just the delivery. What do you got down there?
Water.
Oh, all right.
There's another Instagram that I got.
You were like suspicious.
Another like old school BMX account that I got tagged in recently. They just repost old photos. And it's like,
which one was it?
I don't remember the name of it. They just posted a photo of my dad, and I got tagged in it, and I thought it was super cool. I was like, what?
That's awesome.
This weird BMX Plus account showed up. BMX Plus 1978. The original BMX Plus, it started back in 78, is back. Imagery from the BMX Plus archive. Sick. So I asked Rooftop who this was, and he didn't know, because I knew Rooftop had some of the archives.
An awesome photo.
Yeah, but I heard their archives were like insane. Whoa. like literally just like scattered around the room, not organized at all. So whoever's doing this, you must love it.
Who's that doing a 3 turn down?
Leandro.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Second plug of the podcast.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so that's it for news. We're doing pretty much like normal. Mike Nutty with the Mega Bowl Jam event over in Fontana. Shout out to Nutty for all the jams he throws. He sent me a text. BMX freestyle photos. Okay.
I just thought it was cool,
I see your dad right there.
I just like posted a photo of my dad, and I got tagged, and it was just a bunch of old photos.
Yeah, he Nutty is a dude that we've posted his jams a bunch of times over the last couple years, and it's like he just does this shit because he wants kids to fucking get together. He understands how important it is for kids to get out there, and it's not like
is that Olivia? That's so funny.
She's sick.
He's not like he's giving out insane prizes or anything like
just
that.
Community. Community is so important.
Started small, spread the word, and is keeping it going. And they look fun. They look cool. So then more people come, and then
people are hanging out and riding together. Yep. And I'm honestly, like, I know we were talking earlier about parks getting closed down and how sad it is, but I'm so excited for Claremont. Like, I'm sure you guys have all seen Jason has been killing it over there building the new setup, but I really feel like I see it and I look at it, and I saw the clip of Gary ripping it, and I'm like, dude, it's going to be so fun when all the homies are on the deck and we're all riding together. And then, because it's just more people are going to want to get together and come when there's fun stuff to ride like that. It's Central San Diego.
Yeah.
And then with events like this as well, with like no goal in mind, but just to have a good time, it's just going to create another boom of BMX in SoCal.
I just realized I messed up because I reread his message just now, making sure I didn't miss anything, and he was like, "Don't thank me." he's like it's about the city, it's about the kids, it's about getting people together and all the people that make it happen and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh crap, I just thanked
he deserves to be
but thanked. Yeah, it is. I get what he's saying though. It's like it's not like he's not doing it for any recognition, and that's but I mean, dude, if you don't thank him, he's gonna be like, oh, why am I doing this at a point? You need that little pat.
It's nice,
that little pat on the butt to like keep going at points doing. Because it is work. It is a lot of effort. It's even when you love it, sometimes it's like fuck. So
no, it's sick.
So, shout out to that. I don't know when the next one is, but I'm sure there will be another one coming soon.
Seems like every news podcast that he's doing a good jam.
Bloom Weekend Ride Like a Girl weekend, 33 minutes long, is kind of a vlog style thing.
We've got the glorious sunset and all of our fun friends. Look at this. It's a great turnout. Enjoy the laps.
Yeah, look, they have Corey Coffey, first woman to do a backflip in BMX history, and then Charlotte Worthington, first Olympic gold medalist in BMX freestyle. Everyone there.
Yeah.
And obviously with the whole goal of just inspiring the younger generation of women, slowly growing and progressively getting insanely good.
Hey, my name's Carly Young. I'm the owner of Ride Like a Girl, and this weekend I just brought the stoke. I love getting groups of women together to plant positive seeds so we can teach them the basic fundamentals of things that bikes bring happiness to us, so when they go back to their community they can share it with others, and it has been a magical 2 days.
Very cool. That's, I mean, she
Carly's
said it well.
Done a lot for BMX too. Carly did a lot for me when I was a kid racing growing up too, so shout out to Carly. She was so nice, always just so helpful with the community. It's really cool.
Very cool. X-Air out in New Zealand. Hotel by NZ. But quick highlight from Lupos took the win.
Yeah, this was cool. It was Lupos, Boyd,
Boyd gets it.
and Jay Tui. And then they had like a big air outside of the event as well that our Willie won. So same event, but big air, kind of like a nitro setup. It's cool to see all these events pop up.
Yeah. Very cool.
I would have been sick to go. Good excuse to go to New Zealand.
You barely need an excuse, don't you?
I know. Oh, it's so sick.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, let's go. Willie. There's a clip of Willie right there flaring, then a clip of him.
Yeah.
I did see that clip of him doing that.
I mean, we like the flare too, but
shout out to Willie.
Oh yeah, I did see this too. Yeah.
180 crook.
So sick.
Street R Willie.
Josh Irvine.
Yeah. Pretty sick. It's pretty funny.
Dude, it's sick. I mean, he can do everything.
Of course, yeah. So good. Middle of Nowhere Jam contest went down. We have the highlights. We have not posted them yet. So
I remember watching the last year's event where I watched your guys' podcast where you guys talked about like Jacob Thiem and Jeremy riding this event as well.
Yeah.
It's like such a good vibe, such a good energy.
Yeah, it was cool because obviously, like we had the Carl podcast, and then Gary ended up going out to be a judge for the event, and then he got to experience it too. So, the highlights are coming. So, sorry about that because it was in April, but we will talk about it. Give it a little refresher for
no, that's sick. So, the indoor facilities too, what they do out there, the BMX community, it's so sick.
Red Bull Street Jam. What was it? Was it what it was? No. So you knew you weren't at the Street Jam, but you know more than
yeah. So I was at the featured event, which was the new Progressive Park event they held. But before that, they ran this really dope Street Jam. They brought out Bruno and Garrett with Joe Jarvis and a few other guys who are locally, and they hosted like a pretty insane looking street ride that I wish I would have made it to.
Oh, did you show up a little late?
Well, I was at the park event the whole day.
Oh, okay.
We did like preparation and practice for the event, so I only missed out. This was literally right before the event. I thought it was cool. The organizers of the event, they gave out tickets to a lot of the guys that were at this jam. But
they gave tickets to the event?
To the riders to the event later that day. That's sick. So it was really cool.
I mean, this Street Jams just turn out, you know.
So sick.
So many people came to this, it looks like.
Very cool. And then I think
some pretty savage setups, little guys sending it, Joe being the hype man, like little Shredder just doing his thing. I thought it was sick.
Very cool. So 18 minutes, 17 minutes? Gaza?
Garrett showed up probably that morning from a 12-hour flight straight into the jam.
Yeah. Very cool. Those highlights are in there. And then we have Red Bull featured. There's no time code. Oh, it's just an Instagram? Let's do the YouTube video.
Yeah, and so after the street ride, a lot of these guys came directly to this event. So I think pretty dope in connection with just having the local community get together to come to this event. I was one of the 8 invited men in this event. We'll speak more about it now. So you had 8 men, 8 women. There's me getting melted. At a pretty awesome, refreshing park event with no real rules besides trying to land.
There you go. It says no rules.
No rules, no limits. 8 women, 8 men. 4 different events at one event, giving you a total score of potentially,
Okay, so it was like split up.
Split up, yeah. So they did a high air at the beginning. That added you in the ranking, and then they went to this setup was a technical section where you were only really allowed to do a wall ride or a sub-box trick. So no air tricks were going to count toward your score. And then after this, they went to the quarter pipe best trick, and then directly after they finished with the box jump best trick. So every single event at this event gave you a score for an overall score. And as you can see, bar to whip foot jam.
Bar to whip foot jam.
Like one of the many things, like Kieran probably triple whip to tire tap, like just insanely progressive. This ramp was so fun to ride. And and it was really good riders, organization. Andy Zeiss, Sebastian Keep, Kieran Riley all got together and pulled this incredible event. Super refreshing, something new.
Good job of explaining that, Kevin, because I had I've seen some of these clips on social media, and I honestly I didn't It was never explained that
It was
way.
only live on TikTok, so a lot of people didn't really get to watch it live. But as you can see, none of these crashes or mess ups were gonna go against your score. It was just what you landed, which was really cool. So this section, we got a time session. They split us into two groups of 4. And they gave us like 15 minutes, and we could just session. And they would just add your score. And if you did multiple best tricks, they would just count whichever one was your best one. And so like
crazy.
I was in the first group, which was really fun. And then boom, they came into this heat straight away, throwing hammers.
So it was only like, did one trick score, or was it overall impression kind of?
No, one trick. One trick scored overall towards riders. So like if Logan did bar to foot jam, bar to whip to foot jam, and then he added a bar after, then they would take the one with the bar after. And if he double pegged it, and then Sean came back and then ice picked it, so they would take the ice pick. And as you can see, the leaderboard there, and then they would move you over to the next event. And then the quarter pipe would be another event where you would get scored in it, and then thus adding to your overall score at the end of the day. And dude, there was the most progression I'd seen at a contest in a long time. Like Jude Jones, like came in swinging with 540 front flare.
Yeah,
the first one he did, like. You'll see it in the highlights now. The first one he did, he could have done like 900 front flare, you know, and super fun setup, insanely large. Like the scale of the ramps were so big that it was almost hard to comprehend, like as a person, if you didn't ride them. But like, it just
like that was like
Varga's warm up 9 bar, like. This was chilling too. It was like the first thing
that
he did, flare whip to downward
ride.
They're like 9 foot
That's
quarters,
crazy.
like. Insanely fun. Like watch this. He just goes brat.
Wow.
And just like you name it, like the riders here at this event, like we're just trying things I could only dream of.
So who? Because Sean wasn't in there originally. Who was out? Was it R. Willie?
R. Willie. I think had some obligations and then ended up going to that New Zealand event.
Okay.
And then obviously he just became a father as well, so I think he just wanted to stay as close to home as possible.
Yeah.
And then they had invited Daniel Sandoval as his replacement.
Okay.
But I think Daniel was still a little injured from the triple challenge, just barely getting into the groove again, riding, but just not 100%, I think. And then obviously Sean Gornell, who's absolutely insane. He was at the test event. There's a highlight video from this test event that happened like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, that's on our channel.
Yeah, and Sean was one of the invited few that were there. And so I think it just made sense to have him there.
Yeah. No, he's incredible.
And then they're just going in, like, I think from the many things that I saw, I think Varga does like a 1260 airs on the 9 double bar, like
what?
You name it,
like such a perfect spin.
Perfect and relaxed and
just
like
crazy.
Very in control, you know, and
he's probably been waiting for a ramp like that.
Yeah. Exactly, and I
to
think
be able to like chill and do.
You see Andy's ice there. I think everyone that was there this weekend, whether you had something new or not, you got the opportunity to ride.
He
this
kicks
setup.
He does it back.
Yeah, so like I won't get too ahead, but he's trying.
He's
to
over rotating every try.
Every try.
That's insane. Every try he over rotated.
Yeah, so Andy's ice, Bass Keep had a lot to do with this event, with the whole logistics, the building. From even the welcoming to the riders that got invited. Like, they did a really good job. Kieran got us all together as well. We all stayed at an Airbnb for a few days before. We got to ride this insane indoor skate park called the Asylum. They built us quarter pipes this size into a resi and into a quarter, so a lot of us got to feel out what the actual setup was going to be like before even knowing what it was going to be like. They were like, hey, we're going to build you guys a similar setup so you guys can train and work on new things.
Was there a box version or just
just the quarter to foam?
Well, that's cool because I mean I feel like
that's cool.
Yeah,
they gave us a little taste of what it was going to be, and you know, take note, like take note. None of us knew what we were getting into until we got there. Like they literally had us wait outside the stadium.
That's like the second ever
1260 air. Yeah, that was a trick that I think broke him off a few times, and so he did this first try.
Dude, he's like
first try.
That ramp is like
they're insanely big, but it was perfect for what.
Well, he's been building that, but like to dirt.
Yeah,
so it's like him having like a proper one is probably.
And. Dude, so Nick is riding here with an injured shoulder. He separated his shoulder in the technical session right before this. He did like a switch wall ride double down whip air, which was super sick. Loop down, just...
Did you just do it again?
He did it again, but threw a table in there. They're trying to tweak the bike a little bit. And then Kenneth, mind melter, bro. Like, I'm not even going to get to it, but like...
I don't know if I've seen
You all saw it on Instagram, bro. Like...
Oh, the drop in, right?
He did he did the flip whip drop in, but he did a 360 flip drop in.
Yeah.
And I think like That's a trick. Like, yeah, you can practice it into a foam pit, but I think it's like,
oh, there you are.
Fully pull the trigger. I didn't do anything special, but I had a great time.
Flare down whip. I never seen you do that.
God.
Have I?
Maybe at yours.
Yeah.
But dude, like, just the progression, like every step of the way, it only got better and better and better, production wise, like, and TV and just the way the event went, like. It was so fast-paced, like with the women back to back with the men. Dude, Logan right here, teeth ripped through the gums and through the lip. Still went out there and smashed it. Like, dudes were going in, bro. Like I said, the setup was built for a lot of dream tricks, and a lot of shit happened. I was just
you
nothing.
psycho.
I tried, but then I tripped out on the backside. It's like a 16-foot drop to nothing, and I was like, nah, like I think I'm just gonna chill. And it was just so hard. Like I had to drop in from this rolling to get speed for it. No excuses. I just couldn't get it done. But
was Kieran thinking of the triple flare again, or no?
No, so I actually didn't even see.
Damn, Kevin, that was sick.
That was my first one, which is super sick.
That was
flare
sick.
whip to in table. Kenneth doing flip whip drop in. No, I didn't see any of the men do even a double flare. I just think like the triple flare was such a staple, and when Kieran did it, I think it's like.
I was surprised there wasn't like a double flare whip or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. But I did see Hannah Roberts try a double flare, which is savage. And then Logan did, if you want to call it a decade flare or 540 flare down whip.
Nice.
I was just sessioning the middle of the way. I was just having a good time. And the turnout was amazing. I don't want to say numbers, but I think there was about 3,000 people in there.
Very cool.
And like I said, they even went out to the street jam. I think they went out to the university.
You did try again.
I kept trying just because running out of best trick quarter options. This was so savage, though. I watched him do it there.
Whoa.
And I literally said, he can do this. But I don't think he knows he can do this. And I had to run up the quarter pipe and literally tell him, I was like, dude, just stay on. Literally just stay on.
Yeah. It's sick to see Logan fucking put it out there. Yeah. What is the wild card thing?
Oh, so, yeah, I forgot to say, so there was a time format. But if you still wanted to try something after, you had one wild card in the whole event. And so Kenneth said, I'm so close, I have to try it on my wild card. So, but because Kenneth used it here, he wasn't allowed to have another one in the next section. So
for just one more attempt?
You got one more attempt wherever you wanted, any time of the day, but just once. So if I used it in this section, then I couldn't use it in the box or vice versa. So that was really dope of them to say, like, he's so close, do you want to take it now or do you want to hold on to it? And all these were wild cards. So Kieran was like, no, I want it. Kenneth got it. I want it. And literally back to back, they all did tricks that have never been done. So flare or dip 540, triple whip to late bar.
Oh my God.
After Kenneth did the flip 360 flip drop in immediately after. So these are all wild card setups. Like literally one more try and that's it. And as you can see, just mind blown for himself. And then Logan,
it's so funny.
Logan
it's so funny.
close.
Like I saw the Instagram stuff, and like just seeing it like long form like this, and getting this commentary. I'm like, oh, this is.
They should have just had
way
you on the
cooler.
mic,
Yeah,
Kevin.
exactly.
We're messing
Damn
up.
it.
I hire
Dude,
you
like-
for this because I'm way more interested listening to you talk
Yeah,
about it.
dude,
than I
it-
saw this on Insta. I saw
got to-
highlights. That's all I saw.
Exactly.
I got to ride it, bro, and you can see Logan's lip is like fully open. By the way, he ended up staying at the hospital like 6 or 7 hours after getting on the podium.
And
that
we wouldn't know that if you didn't just tell us that. That's so crazy.
And this is all insight from the event, you know.
And that was a wild card too.
That was a wild card too, and like
everyone's
3
like,
tricks that no one had ever seen or done.
Bleeding out, and this all goes back to the storytelling. They got to do a better job of storytelling because that's crazy.
Yeah,
dude, this
Kevin,
boxing
hire
was
my man,
insane.
Kevin. Get in there. 'Cause
No, it was good, you
Kevin
know.
was
And
ripping though. He can't ride and talk.
Yeah, I know.
like
Or
that
maybe
flip,
he can.
flip windshield wiper. First tee, and what was dope was like the setup too. So they had the crowd very embraced and in the moment of on the field in the top lines right there, like whatever you want to call it, like in those.
Yeah, just like they're
stands.
in it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah. Where was this?
So this was in Manchester at I believe it was an old train station that was just there. It's like a convention center, old convention center. So flip, double whip, windshield wiper. So it goes double whip one way and catches it goes the other way.
Is this where Kieran's from?
So Kieran's actually from Newcastle, but I just think it just made more sense to do something outside of London.
Well, I didn't even
Manchester. I've never been to Manchester, so it was a really cool opportunity to go and see the city. Yeah, so
it's like a windshield wiper without kicking it.
I think.
Ooh.
This box was so fun to ride. I was just having a good time. It was just a big box jump. And dude, everyone was going in.
Ooh. Have you done the double to that?
No. So I was just kind of going with the flow, feeling it out. And he did a kickless double there. Like, the level of riding was insane. And then I thought I could flare to fake this thing, and my back wheel didn't hold up. But Scott Hamlin was actually there too. Another thing that I love about events is all the organization that goes behind it, logistics. They had Scott Hamlin there, who's an incredible bike rider, but he's also a mechanic. He was there on the spot, fixing wheels, fixing flats, taking care of business with an assistant of his as well. He's literally on the sidelines there with gear.
Just ready.
That's cool,
and it was super dope to have him there.
So he's doing 3 tail whips.
Yeah.
He's doing one whip one way, and then he's not touching it and doing an
going the other way.
double whip.
Yep.
In a front foot.
He does one.
Crazy.
He does one and then comes back 2.
That's crazy.
Kenneth tried a suicide
720 suicide double bar.
Yeah, that was a crazy one to see.
So Kieran,
this is crazy.
It was
I wasn't
good,
planning on watching this much of the event, but Kevin's got me in.
No, this is
and I'm telling you, like they only put it on TikTok. I think a lot of people even had like blocks. Yeah, maybe they were just trying something out. Maybe they didn't know if the turnout was going to be amazing. But
I just think understanding what's going on, like that whole wild card situation you explained to us, like gives me so much more insight. And the fact that they pulled those tricks on their wild cards, and then Logan's teeth are bleeding through his teeth, like that's like
it's so
it'd be cool to know that that's crazy.
You need like if in the old day it would be a props report with Crandall going.
Get Crandall out there.
Hey, what the fuck's wrong with your face?
No, and what I think is cool is a lot of these guys, a lot of us that were invited at this event, from men and women, don't really get to step out of our comfort zone and try new things at a contest.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the events that we do ride, from the Olympic qualifiers and World Cups, you can't really have too structured. If you have an error, then you're automatically not going to be on the podium. So the fact that these dudes are really going out and trying these new tricks and progressing BMX in a whole new format, I thought it was dope, and I had a good time doing my part, and trying new things as well, which was really sick. Like, these dudes were absolutely going in, and it's just cool to see. Like, we got to ride together a few days before. We even talked about like how cool it was to just get together and not be like in a whole different competitive style event.
Yeah,
it was very refreshing to get to just session skate parks together and work together and just energy together.
I'm sure, like fee stuff. It's like you guys are all for each other.
Absolutely.
In a sense,
just don't
but
have
for
the
this,
time.
it's like you guys are like in war or something.
We almost needed each other, because we weren't competing against each other, but ourselves.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's the same, but like at a lot of the other events, we don't really get the time to hang out. We're all with our federations, or we're all doing our own thing, and there's just so much going on. Lots of tension, lots of lack of practice. But here we got to play and test the park out.
Yeah.
Had the opportunity to even play with the sizing of the sub box and the wall ride. Andy and Sebastian.
He looks like he's going so high.
And so this clip is so sick. We have this slow-mo clip that's been going around.
720 triple whip.
720 triple whip, and he comes off the course and completely plows into Andy's ice.
Right? Yeah.
And it's just so sick to see. Like, just destroys the barricade, takes Andy's ice out. Wow. So sick, like.
So Kieran won. Yeah.
Kieran won overall. Yeah. So.
They do show it. Right. Look at
from
Andy.
The beginning.
Andy's like, Looked like he was trying to give him the elbow.
Do what you gotta do, yeah. Yeah, and so I think like Logan won the high air, and then the technical session, I think Kieran won it, and then vice versa. They were just going back and forth. And so overall, this was the top 3, and then let's not forget women as well. Like there was a few worlds first in women's as well. Like Natalia did the first front flip no hander in women's. I watched her do like an alley-oop flare tire grab. I saw a few girls do flares for the first time, which was really cool.
Hannah with the double flare.
Hannah was trying double flares.
Very cool. Look at this screen grab. That's cool, dude. That was a lot more.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
No worries. I mean, I got to live it firsthand. It's only April. This event happened in April, and it was probably one of the most progressive park riding events of the year thus far. So
see all that.
I'm happy to be involved, and I know this event did so well that potentially it's going to open up more events like this in the future. I just think it's refreshing. So new events, new formats. I think it's cool. So why not?
It's cool.
Big shout
it's
out
cool to see Red Bull, do some
Yeah.
BMX event stuff, and with Baz and Andy and Kieran, I assume he had a big influence as well. Like at the helm of it.
And then even
is very
bringing the
cool,
Street
so.
Jam, having Garrett and Bruno there to run the Street Jam with Joe Jarvis, and just bringing that community together. I thought it was super dope. So
very cool.
Seems like they killed it for exactly what they wanted to do. They did it all.
Just don't do it on fucking TikTok next time.
I know they got to run it on live. Yeah.
Well, Dig handled it, so we got to watch.
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So there was highlights. So there was Issa Bakos was there. It was really dope to see all of his merch
Danny
there.
Triple.
So this is the visuals event that was at Colt. So photo show stuff. Very cool. Just like stuff, not necessarily with bike riding, but not specifically bike riding. Photos, all that stuff. I don't know if I should do. I'll do a plug for myself. Well, I am selling. I did. I'm fucking. Yeah, fucking. I for a couple, maybe one more day or something. So
I also I read this and I misunderstood. You were not selling the photo digitally. You're selling actual prints of the photos.
There's some over there. Like those are the ones that were. No, those aren't. Well, one of them is, but so. Full professional prints of a bunch of photos that I've shot over the years. This is basically the photo set that I brought there. Yeah, Dennis photo. I mean, there's
the Nathan one too. These are all iconic photos. Arizona spot. That's
Eric L is probably one of my favorite pegless.
I like the Jesse on the motorcycle's crazy.
Yeah, that's a sick one.
To be on a Harley that high on that thing.
That's like an old movie studio in the middle of Arizona.
Think about that. Look at that bike Jesse's on.
That is crazy.
I have a very
fucking crazy.
I have a very crazy story about
Those are like
this.
thousands of pounds.
So I was shooting a Red Bull mountain bike thing, like a first double flip on natural terrain. So it was like on a mountain. I land in some airport in like 2 hours outside of Phoenix. I'm like, hey, I just landed. Where are you guys at? They're like, event's not for like 2 days. And I'm like, fuck. And then I call Casey and I'm like, yeah, like maybe you could come get me or whatever. And he's like, wait, where are you? And I'm like, oh, here. I can't remember. But he's like, I'm on a boat about 20 minutes from that airport. He's like, just take a cab here. And I literally took a cab and they pulled the boat as close as they could. And I took my pants off, slung them over my shoulder and my bags and walked out to the boat. And got on the boat with him. They went fishing. They continued fishing for the rest of the day.
On a lake in Phoenix or somewhere.
He's not like 2 hours outside of Phoenix, just completely random. And then we went out that night, got fucking hammered, had this idea, and then shot it. And woke up the next morning like, fuck, I guess we go do that.
Dude, I saw this like on an old Levi's video years ago. This spot was like in an old Levi's video.
Is it Surprise, Arizona or something?
Yeah,
like
I don't know exactly where it was. I never got to go to it. They tore it down. It was in a few videos. It was in like a Road Fools as well.
Yeah. So like
this was like super old, iconic, like skate and BMX spot. It was like an old movies commercial.
Car. They shot car photos there, so it was like a seamless background for cars. So
crazy.
Very cool. So all these prints are available on the shop. They are here. So they're
the Gay Brooks classic.
I guess
Superman,
I should have done this.
Pat Casey.
That one, Wong. That's the Kink team in South Korea. Wong again. Wong got 2 photos. Billy
that one is so sick too.
Another hangover photo, obviously. Nathan,
Manny,
Gary. This one is a composite for the people that are asking because it's possible to shoot that photo, but it's all in camera. Camera sat on a tripod, so it burns. Fucking cool ass one. Eric L. Space Jam with Christian
Regal. This photo lives in my head rent free for sure. So insane. Just the fact that you guys, he's like, let's just build some crazy shit. Yeah. It's like so insane to me.
To the fact that Christian. It was like this whole setup, and then crazy. How he's like how much time and effort he spent, but he's like, yeah, fuck it, let's just I'll tape the pole to the fence and then just wax the tape.
So savage. Yeah, you guys have to watch that clip.
Demo
photo.
Yeah, not a built rail, really cool. Actually exists in the wild. This guy.
This is downtown San Diego. So every time I drive past that, I'm like, crazy motherfucker.
God, it makes my hands sweat just looking at it.
I've shot quite a few photos of Dennis, and you were pretty stressed out on that one.
Yeah, the run-up sketchy.
Yeah, it was fucking.
I can't see anything.
It was fucked. Yeah, it was completely blind.
No, it's crazy.
Slant and shit.
Dove, Battle of Hastings, high air.
That's a really
very,
cool
very, very
Wow.
short story about this one is I shot this from our Airbnb.
Wow.
We got to the Airbnb and I looked out and I was like, well,
Here
that's where I'm fucking shooting the photo from.
Wow. Dude, that's an incredible spot. Send me that Airbnb. I want that view too.
I tried the next year and it didn't. But also the ceiling fell out through the bathroom.
Okay.
Too.
You have to remember
it literally
a lot
would
of
have
those.
like hurt somebody. The amount of shit that fell. DR. I don't know if I can make it smaller. Oop, shouldn't have done that. DR invert, what I think is the best table in BMX. Him and Inman are. It's not about the final result. It's about like how he got there. Like the snap of just the DR table is incredible. So all those are available if you want to buy them. But
Sick.
Another day or two, and then that's it. I'm taking them offline. So I'm going to do one order. I'm saying on Friday, but I may extend it to Sunday or something. So, Roast the Coast Backbone event. Shout out to Tyson at Backbone.
Do you have one of each printed, or are you just gonna?
No, I'm gonna put in an order
and print out as many.
And whoever orders stuff, I will just get that, and then I'm taking it off, and I'm not doing prints for a long time. So that's it. This is part of the series. I'll start cutting quick because we spent so long. But Tyson over at Backbone, the shop. They're no longer doing, they're no longer like a brick and mortar shop, but he's just focusing on events and the podcast and the clinics that he does and all the cool shit that just goes on behind the scenes and the soft goods and all that. So they have that, and I have a couple of words here. Roast the Coast is a 5-stop jam series being organized by Backbone and covering the eastern coast of Australia. No emphasis on best, and is about cementing healthy lifestyle, nurturing positive physical and mental health benefits. Riding BMX is using a get-together and ride format to establish strong social connections within the community. So they have 4 more of those: June 14th in Byron Bay, 19th in Caloundra, 6th of September in Harvey Bay, and then the finals, or grand finale rather, I shouldn't say finals, in Newcastle on November 16th.
Yeah, that's sick. Tyson's got a pretty cool podcast as well about mental health and health, fitness and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Interviews cool ass people. He's a
Other
very smart dude. So it's cool to have him. That's a series.
Yeah, more events for BMX for the amateurs and for the community. That's super dope.
Rincon Tour, as you said.
Dude, the Recon Tour is so sick.
I called it Rincon, where he won a gold medal.
The
Rincon Tour, you go to the front of the school, the back of the school,
but imagine
where
if
Colin
they
did this.
There is a lot of stuff to ride.
Imagine if they hosted a contest again. That'd be super sick.
Round 1, May 17th at the Morgan Wade Park, as most people know it, Dodson Action Sport Complex in Longview, Texas. Round 2, June 14th at the Kevin Peraza Park.
No way. I'm not taking credit.
The Ian Park and
Premises Park
in Tucson, Arizona. The Dak Gillette Park.
Yeah, the Dak Gillette Park.
And then round 3, August 9th at the Dream Yard, which is pretty
these
crazy.
are the official Recon Tour.
Yeah. The official Recon Tour is back. The account is live and going.
Yeah.
So these
I was kind of just thinking it was like the USA thing for a second, and then I'm like,
no. So
it is presented by them, but they have $4,500 purse at every round.
No, the Recon Tour.
Yeah, so these events, they had a few here at Claremont. They were going around 17 and 18, and then they just disappeared. But it's cool to see another event, especially for the amateurs, come back to life.
Yeah.
Cool.
Finishing it off at the Dream Yard at Pat Casey's backyard round.
No, it's pro purse.
It's got a pro purse, yeah.
Yeah.
It started off as an amateur event. They were throwing these pro events. They did one at Scotty's, did one here at Claremont.
I remember. Yeah, they were sick.
So it's just cool to see them come back. More events for the youth, more events for the pros locally. I think it's super dope. Get on it. Don't miss those.
Yeah, don't miss those. Those are super legit.
I hear it all the time. Like, I wish there was more events, and when they happen, nobody goes. So get out there and get to them.
Right.
Support the events. Support the local skate parks. And ride some cool shit.
So Knockout TKO Invitational, presented by Monocule and Red Bull as of now. I hope that thing will be not covered up, but I think it's at the Four Seasons Park in Milwaukee, 31st of May, 1st of June. And then this is literally being planned right now, so there's not too much info, but confirmed riders: Garrett Reynolds, Johnny Rakes, Dan Kruk, Max Miller, Kevin Peraza. You're in?
Maybe. Yeah, I literally just found out yesterday.
Matt Nordstrom.
Right now.
Kurt Wilson has been doing a bunch of
potentially Colin too. Maybe Kurt.
Actually, I got a flyer from somebody else today that had my picture on it, so I guess I'm in.
Maybe, you got signed up. So.
It's gonna be sick if
I
Garrett
signed you
and Red
up.
Bull are involved. Like,
Yeah.
sounds.
And the Four Seasons Park is amazing. So hopefully,
Yeah, cool indoor skate park as well. I mean, I feel like we just keep looping back to these indoors. It's cool to see more events happen.
And then obviously
I'm gonna
BMX Day San Diego Monster Energy Cash Up.
I'm gonna keep plugging it, but the International BMX Day is 7/20 as always. It's on a Sunday this year.
Sick.
We have this is the official graphic that Albert put together for 2025. Shout out to whatever that artist name is, Keith Haring. Haring. But you go to BMX Day on Instagram, you click the Dropbox link, and there's the graphic to add to any of your flyers, and then you add that graphic, and then you send it to this. You send it back to the Instagram, and we will post it on here as a way of hopefully spreading the word, and we'll share it on that BMX and all that stuff. Kind of feed the beast of getting people out all at these jams across the world. So,
yeah, you guys do a great job about that too. Where it's like I hear about all these jams, and it's like, damn, there's the San Diego one, and I live here, but there's so many going on, and I want to go to all of them.
So, and then I've said it, I think I alluded to it, but it is official now. So it's Park Jam at Claremont on the 19th, 5K given away. We're going to give away 5K on Saturday, and then the Street Jam on Sunday, another 5K. So goal is to give away 10K this weekend or that weekend, and then we're going to have the after party, some video premieres and all that stuff.
Sick.
So some stuff to be announced. So
Monster Energy Cash Up as well.
Cash Up 5K is from Monster, and then I'm trying to find the other 5K plus some, so to pay for Claremont and all that stuff. But we'll make it happen. So I'm not too worried.
BMX Day is always a great turnout, great riding.
Yeah, gonna be good.
All ages, all genders, every style. Get out there and ride.
Anyone out there listening who's super rich and wants to support BMX, Fudger needs $5,000 for that Claremont jam.
There you go. Well, I need about $4,000.
4.
Yeah,
get
something like that.
Get your logo on the park. Boom!
Depends
right there, the 16-foot Jersey barrier.
Because Gary's like,
it's gonna be
sick.
What
do you want to pay for Claremont for the day? I'm like, I don't know, dude. You tell me. He's like, I don't. Typical Gary. Like, he doesn't want to charge me, but if he can get away with not charging me, he's not going to charge me. But he doesn't know if he can. So it's one of those things. So, but either way, it's all good. We'll make it happen. Feast events coming. I think this is just the regular. There's not specifically to any real events, but Feast Shanghai, Feast Japan. Those are both coming October and then November, and then obviously we have all the previously mentioned events down here that we just don't.
Feast Montpelier is coming right up.
Yeah, Feast Montpelier is around the corner.
Yeah,
These World Cups are super fun, super good times.
Rumble at Richmond, people should definitely make it out to. Not that, you make it out to everything if you can, but that is a good-ass event. And then there's Ohio Trail Series, and then we have Prime Minister of the Streets is one that I spotted recently. I think it's just Dave Chappelle flyer. But it's the fifth one. So August 30th for Prime Minister Streets, it always looks like a really, really cool event.
Where is that? Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto. And then who won last time? I think Kruk won last time.
Dan Kruk. Yeah, I remember seeing the clips.
Very cool event. Always looks like literally fucking amazing. So
Toronto scene is sick.
Then videos. All right. Trying to move by. What are we at?
We're getting deep.
We're getting deep.
I gotta pee.
You can pee.
Go pee. Get that pee-pee.
Oh, the hair. That was San Diego spot, huh?
Yeah.
And I think that this video is awesome, and I think it goes with the new hardware they're dropping.
Yeah, crime frame that they've got. So the names are all funny. Like, it's like
he just fucks with the names.
James Robertez, and then what was one that was like fucking hilarious? I was dying. This clip, I mean,
that dude's so good. Yeah, this video is awesome.
Boom.
Damn, those spots are sick.
But the whole thing starts off pretty fucking hilarious.
Very bone death.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're wearing ski masks the whole time. Like,
oh, that's crazy.
Where's one? There's like dudes where they're like there's clips where they're like running with. He's doing a Smith 180 with a bag of money.
On. Yeah.
Robbie Nelson is Robert Nelson. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then we'll show Adam's honestly, his last like fucking 8 clips are hilarious, or like not hilarious. They're insane. Yeah,
dude's so good.
Saran wrap on a roof. Deep. Here, I'll give it a little music. That's crazy. San Diego.
Whoa, that's fucking savage.
Those clips must have been old, I feel like.
I never know if they're old. It's just like the style of of the video too. It's like
I just feel like maybe he
Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so good.
Adam? Is it Adam or is it Adam?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I rode with him when I lived in Philly for a little bit, a bunch. He's so good.
Reminded me of an iron hanger there. We already discussed earlier tonight, so.
Did he roll up with Sean at that spot when we were in Philly?
And Josh.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember Josh.
Right there.
Yep.
No, Josh.
Oh, Josh,
Babu,
the
I think
filmer.
his last name is.
We were at a spot in Philly filming for the Vans video, and I'm trying to get a clip, and I'm with Foley, and we look at the corner of our eyes, and it's just this like vampire with this long trench coat in the very, very distance. Foley's like, is that Sean Burns? I was like, dude, I was thinking it, but like he's too far away to really tell. He's like, dude, that's Sean Burns. And before we could even like finish the clip, he just like disappeared. They were just out scouting spots and stuff.
Oh, really?
No, they watched what you did.
I mean, I don't remember.
But they didn't come say hi?
No, they did. Yeah,
They were.
They were like, what?
They like pulled up, but they were like all in the distance.
They were doing their own thing, but they were like, whoa, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah. They like randomly showed up. We were there, and then I just remember like, no way, he's in the distance, crazy. Yeah. And then boom, out of nowhere, he disappeared.
Yeah, that was legendary.
It was so sick. Yeah.
Project X.
Is now live. I just watched.
I didn't realize it was 2 hours.
It is
long.
so good.
It doesn't feel like 2 hours long.
When did this come out?
End of last year, before Nora Cup.
Before Nora Cup.
So before Nora Cup, it came out. It was on the rider, on the votes.
I think.
It is so good.
But it officially came out on YouTube.
What video won Video of the Year last year for Nora Cup? You would know, Fudger.
Fuck me.
How do we not know this?
Endless.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I
was gonna say.
No.
I hate questions.
No, so the Endless video won Video of the Year.
Yeah, this video is so good too. One of the best put together things and.
Yeah.
It's so sick, yeah.
In a long time.
It like really, it gave me FOMO for sure. I was like, damn, I wish I would have made that trip. It looked such a good time. Good crew. Everyone's shredding, having a good time. Sleepless nights, just sessioning the coolest shit.
Such a well put together video.
They drive all the way from Barcelona all the way to Germany.
Watch this one. If there's anything you're going to watch.
This is a good one. 2 hours worth the watch.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's modern day road fools.
Yeah, it's so sick. Yeah. So Peter Adam, Dig BMX, I think, Wes,
Grant,
The Cut,
J-Ro, J-Ro, Pato, who else was there? Fred Murray. Everyone was. I mean, you name it, they were all there, bro. If I missed someone, I sorry, but.
He's getting better.
Good crew, good riding, good spots. Oh yeah, and so I watched it. He's like had like an injury, and then he just like progressively like killing every spot. He's just feeling better.
I was imagining that he was like, yeah, he's getting pretty good these days.
Dude,
like
Joe Foley, bro, is so savage in this as well.
Watch Project X.
Yeah, good crew, good energy. Definitely worth the watch.
It's weird. This thing got another one of those situations, unless it's their channel or whatever, but it got limited by the blood or whatever. So, but Peep Game, Devin Shoe. Oh my God, blood! I gotta go. I guess that'll do it.
Gnarly.
Yeah. All right. Well, we didn't see that. I'm not trying to get limited.
Well, what was the key word he used to say to edit out stuff?
He used to say that. It was almost worse than anything that was said. It's Albert now. We got to come up with a new keyword for Albert. I don't think he knows.
Yeah.
But this is so obviously we had the Steve Croteau podcast.
How do you know about it? I did not get edited that one time. Oh, okay. I know we said it one of your
podcast before.
I know you have.
Edited it out.
Now we have to edit this whole part out. No, I'm kidding.
So it didn't get into that one time. Fuck.
So a little peep game.
I know.
Shoe release video part.
So going along with the Devin shoes, we did the Steve-O podcast, which honestly was one of the funniest podcasts we have
so fun
ever done. It was fucking entertainment from beginning to end, and then the motivation for Steve-O to kind of come down as we timed it to go along with the release of this shoe that he's been working on with Devin. This video drops kind of as a promo for it, and in full Devin fashion, he kills it. The shoes are great. They are available now. I don't know if they're sold out or not, but they did it, man. So it's sick to see kind of an independent shoe release. If it goes well, maybe we get another one. Like, it'd be cool. You know, he said in there he's splitting half of the revenue with Devin. So it's great for Devin. It's great for him. Hopefully everybody wins. So,
I love it. That box with his name on it. Like, I'd love to see a Nathan one. You know?
Yeah.
Every other badass rider that doesn't have a legit shoe deal right now could team up with Steve-O and do something sick.
Yeah.
The shoes look great. This marketing's great, except for the goddamn stupid B word that screwed it over.
Blood.
Well, now we're fucked on this podcast.
Let's start over.
I was just trying to show this shoe. I think they're there. We go. Peep game shoes.
Sick. Shout out Steve-O. He's been talking about that for so long. It's so sick to see it come to fruition.
And then peep-game.com. Still up there.
Yeah,
so
rider run, rider own. That's what's
dope. They got
dope.
a bunch of shit too. So Dan Banks, animal type shit. There's actually a few. It says last clip, but there's a few clips in here that are pretty fucking awesome. Spot usage, just kind of the overall. You know, I called him funny guy one time, and they all latched onto it. But
who, Dan?
Dan.
He's pretty funny.
He is funny.
Dan's one of my favorites, dude. I got to spend some time with him when I was over in Glasgow. We were filming for that feast thing. He's so cool.
Yeah, good energy for sure.
Glasgow crew.
Are they doing? They kind of do that like randomly, right? It's like almost every couple years or something.
Oh, that was
feast
sick.
Feast event stuff.
I don't know. I don't think they've done one, or maybe they did one after. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening with that.
Is that the real JJ went up?
Yeah.
It's still going.
Yeah.
Wow.
This clip. This is the last clip.
It's in the hood in Philly. That thing ain't going nowhere. Well, you never know.
Damn,
Yeah,
that is
that is
sick,
crazy.
bro. I rarely see clips of him.
Oh my God, what a spot!
And Dan helps with the Slack magazine and stuff. Yeah,
Wow. It's crazy because he goes to the rail ends. Like he's at the very end of the rail.
It's like the coolest. He found
Like,
a flat
look at
rail
that thing. It
and
ends
made it
right
at
gnarly.
the very end.
So awesome.
So you had to go to the very, very end. To
Yeah,
get
to
the
make it
high-
work.
Yeah.
It's such, so insane.
So cool edit all the way through. Honestly, there's
Hell yeah, Dan.
I didn't even click back far enough to get to the other clip that I thought we were gonna watch. So Sunday, Wise Up. Yep.
So good.
Yeah.
Zach Kramus, man. Sunday Odyssey just
There's
keeps
another
banging them out.
Another pillar of the community.
Dude, yeah. Zach is just holding it down. It's like every month he puts out something that's... None of it's bullshit. It's just like the top of the line video once a month almost. While working on the Odyssey full length right now. Like, Zach is a machine.
It's going.
He goes. I mean, yeah, obviously all the
Oh
riders.
my God. Yeah, what a dope crew in this video.
Odyssey full length. I'm excited to see that.
Damn, Dennis got a video part in the...
I don't have one clip for it, so...
Not yet.
Yeah, I better get to work.
You'd be in the friends section.
I'd be stoked on that. I'd get something.
Yeah.
I'd be so hyped.
No, this video's sick.
Brett fan club, #1 fan. I'm the captain, the president.
I mean, dude, how are you?
So refreshing
How
to
are
watch,
you
yeah.
not
Subscribe to that fan club.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
what's
how
his
are you
Patreon?
not,
He's got an
bro?
OnlyFans going or what?
Fuck, they should put him on.
He's so powerful, bro. Powerful riding, very unique, very refreshing. Like, dude, nobody does that.
Yeah.
That good.
His podcast was so good because he showed us like the local park he's from.
Yeah.
And like it's like a
There's
weird. It's like a
fucking
park, but like a
nothing
street
there.
plaza kind of.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's not just a full on street plaza. It has some weird stuff, and it really shows like.
That's where he kind of got.
Yeah,
his,
it's like
like
like that's why you're like street rider, but like have like he loves banks and popping
Yeah.
as high as he can. Like it's interesting. The park is super shitty, but he fucking made the most of it and turned it into
is dog shit. So
it's dog shit, but he made it.
I love the honesty.
But with Brett's power, though, like it looks fun. You know, like he had to get that good
to be able to ride it that way. Yeah,
you have to remember, like sometimes like less create some of the best bike riders ever. They just get creative, they get good, and they just learn how to ride
like the way he Euroed up to get the speed for the fake. He rolled that back. You see that? I always pay attention to stuff like that because you don't realize how hard that is. But like he jumped so far before the 180 to land in the bank to get the speed to roll.
Get the good pump.
Little stuff like that that doesn't really.
He almost scrubs it.
Scrubbed it. Like just to get up to get. Yeah, it was so sick.
Yeah,
and I'm sure nobody like you bring 10 people to that spot and they'd probably be like, "What am I gonna do here?"
Exactly.
That's awesome.
We posted.
He was trying the cannonball forever, and then he went for that once, and we're like, that looked way better. You know,
it's so different.
You know, like the cannonball was harder, I think, because of the pop or something. But like, just how far he tweaks that trick. Really.
Yeah.
It's such a rare trick
I could be
to see.
confused
There's
and
not
messing
many
that whole
people
story
that do
up.
that.
Something happened where he switched a trick though, I think, and we're like, dude, that was insane.
Yeah, that's sick.
Gaspar Muchacho de Barrio. Did I say it right? Muchacho de
Barrio.
Another guy that everything he puts out is always flames.
So they go, Gwendolyn is his last name.
Gwendolyn.
Gaspar Gwendolyn.
He's from Argentina?
He's from Cordoba, Argentina.
Kevin knows.
Absolutely incredible. He went through a pretty rough injury last year. It took him
spleen
out
or something, right?
Had to get it removed and was, going through a really hard time. So just to see another video part of him, he's very unique as well.
Mm-hmm.
Brings a new style, still new flavor.
3-to-nose manuals and all
super
that stuff.
Yeah, he does super technical tricks, but his bike isn't set up for it like you would think it is. He rides like a longer back end than like most street dudes. But he still does like some of the most technical switch whip tricks, and it's really cool to see. I think it really adds to his style.
Yeah, absolutely, super steezy.
I'm a Gaspar fan for sure.
Yeah,
for years.
180 down. Is that what he's gonna do right here?
180 down.
What? So
straight to pedals. Trick. Yeah, steezy too. Yeah, they've got a great scene down in Cordoba from Jose Torres Maligno, Gavi Chavez, Dirt Rider, Park Rider, Gaspar. The list goes on. Incredible BMX scene down in Argentina. We got to get down there and do a cool project for sure. Those guys need some shine. Yeah. It's insanely talented down there.
Rio 6. Sean Gould, isn't it?
We did a trip down there one time. It was amazing.
One?
Yeah, I know.
Kuzner.
I am sorry, Sean. It's supposed to be 306, so.
Where's he from? The song's in Spanish.
Yeah, that was an American flag in the background.
Yeah. Copacabana, I didn't realize.
I just kept hearing Spanish lyrics.
But just a sick edit. Doesn't need to be anything, just fucking good ass bike riding.
It's cool to see. I feel like a lot of people.
I'm not familiar.
A lot of people forget that edits is what gets you out there.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. Switch people hard 180 to look back. Oh wait, maybe that's his regular people side.
Oh, that's sick. Ew. Maybe, but
big boy into the
dude, rough.
Yeah,
rough run out, but so sick.
Shout out to Sean, Wesley Cox, 50 seconds. Running through. So I didn't do the caveat that even though we just kind of watch a little bit, these are the edits that we think you should sit down and watch. This is the stuff that not necessarily decided by me, but this goes from Jeff Z, Pat Quinn, Albert Mercado, James Lawrence, aka early 2000s BMX. Dennis sends me stuff. So it's everybody. So that's why there's different styles of riding in this, because Pat loves this shit, of course. So and Jeff loves this shit. So it's meant to be appease all types of riding and all flavors of it,
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
So Animal Wesley Wilcox, 2-minute edit. So I'm not gonna sit there and watch the whole thing. And then Infamous Far East, 118. Oh. I'll go back to make sure I didn't miss anything. So I don't know where this is from, but
These last few have definitely been on the cutty side,
which is sick. I was spot nerd for sure. Always.
That spot is great. That, visually, that is pretty crazy.
Damn, that was a swerve into that thing too. With a friend catching you, fuck yeah. Cool. There's a bunch more in there. Same caveat as I said 30 seconds ago. 418. Is this? I didn't see this. Is this Felix?
Yep.
Say 418.
Felix and crew.
Yeah, this one was really cool.
Damn, they're machines. I thought Felix was hurt.
He does do a lot of filming in this as well. So from artwork, editing, B-roll, filming, but he has his whole crew out there. I think it's super dope.
You see the
damn that was crazy.
Cool. You see the thing of Vic and like it reminded me of Vic and Ed riding together a couple of times recently.
I saw a clip of.
Whoa, that was sick.
That was really sick. Yeah, I think I saw a clip of Vic doing a tail whip or something. Right?
Yeah.
And Ed is just laughing.
Oh, this clip is gnarly.
Wow.
Damn, this guy's rad.
Holy shit! I have no idea what he's gonna do. Is it drop tires?
Just watch.
Oh. Whoa.
Just the run out.
That was crazy.
Bro. I saw a few phone angles of this. It's so savage.
Who is that? That was Killian.
Go watch that video when you have the time.
Because Julian Molina, welcome to Fit. We kind of already talked about it, but let's see what the time code is. I didn't realize there was a full edit. That shows how much I.
It's pretty much what we just watched.
Is it? Okay.
It is.
Yeah, so bike build and bunch of clips that he's probably been sitting on, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean, he's all
what? Fuck? Wow. That trick's so hard with 2 legs. That's crazy.
Why?
Julian,
is he living in Barcelona now?
I know he just did that. So
this is
crazy. This is a good one. This is a checklist.
No.
I made sure that this one was in there. This is they went around and just wanted to check things off the list. So it was like everyone basically did a banger for it. Go to the beginning, first clip. Watch the first clip. Fuck the time codes.
Well, I don't know. I was just choosing.
Oh no! Watch the first clip and the last one, and everything in the middle is equally as crazy.
It'll tease everyone that's watching. This clip is
watch
insane.
this and then watch the banger, and they're both probably the biggest switch whip done, and also the biggest whip to flat done. First clip, last clip.
It's crazy.
And then everything in the middle is gnarly. Like
this, insane,
shout out to the cut for making this. They just like you got.
Oh.
Yeah.
He literally rides away, but just the wheel folds and just stops him. It's so sick. He goes, whop.
Boom.
And the wheel just says, nah. So nasty.
And then, everybody just gets one clip. Like, whoever wanted to go get a banger.
I thought he was whipping into the ledge, which is fucking insane.
This one needs to
I don't know which one I would rather.
No, this one is.
This is a good video. It's like, it's a really fucking
I didn't know it was everyone just got the one
everyone
banger
just getting
clip.
bangers,
That's
dude.
sick
It's
you
like,
threw that out there.
Yeah, people need to go watch this. Don't sleep on this one. It's just a banger video.
I just kept seeing highlights on social. I didn't know if it was like a long video part or.
Shout out Pato and Jay.
Yeah,
bro.
So after this, just fast forward to the end, and then people will have to go watch the middle because it's like it's all bangers.
Yeah. Go to the end. We don't want to watch it all yet.
Yeah, that was.
Get the people too.
You're gonna want to keep watching, so it's like
I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta wait.
No.
Wait, I want to watch it all.
Skip it.
You can watch
all
it all,
the
but
way to
dude,
the end.
it's like this. People gotta watch this video. This shit's crazy.
We'll watch this one and then peace out.
at this.
Oh my god.
Oh my, that's so big.
Huge.
It's like
that's like something people don't even jump straight, bro. People don't even jump. That
I think
shit.
somebody trucked that.
That's Fernie's chance.
This thing has been trucked in the Nike contest in like 2005. No, I don't know if it was 2005, but someone trucked that thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've walked up those stairs multiple times. I ain't jumping.
Yeah, this video's insane. The cut, shout out. They just like said, it seems like they're like, you guys want to go get bangers and put it together for a video?
Wow.
So don't sleep on that one because that one is insane.
Holy fuck. Paulatina.
That's another one of my suggestions. I thought this was sick. Just a girl with swag, made a full street part. Pretty much you can just watch the first clip and get the gist of how cool this video is. Street girl.
That's awesome. That's sick.
Hell yeah. I think I saw something her doing
too.
Yeah,
just like a 3-key pledge or something.
Yeah, there's so many cool clips and it's a good one.
Sticker.
East Coast swag, it's sick.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
Surfing around Barcelona, just like the title. It's good.
Foreign.
Bruno. It's the Vans BMX Bruno Hoffman video with Dig.
Oops. How to micro cement. First bit is the audio.
It's cool too because the audio definitely explains like what the video is and what it was supposed to be and what they turned it into, and it's still a great project with all the detours they had to go through.
Yeah, from COVID and visa problems.
Mm-hmm. Bruno never disappoints, man. He's had one of the longest solid careers in BMX.
Yeah,
for
like pure street ever. Too. Like not like kind of a mesh of stuff. Like 14-year-old Bruno doing wall ride 180s down double sets.
He started as a ramp rider.
Incredible ramp
720
rider.
720 to fakies. Like he was a full on like
540 and box jumps and stuff was a really big influence in my riding, bro.
Fucked up ramps when he was
I used to watch his Vans part all the time. He'd do like 180 whip, backwards manuals and stuff. Like he was pretty ahead of the game.
And then he stopped doing bar spins and tail whips. And
he's got such a
just went on his own thing.
And that's where he stood out, I think, because he started doing tricks that nobody else even thought of.
The switch game too is unmatched as well. Big shout out to Bruno, man. He's not stopping anytime soon either.
Oh yeah,
he had a bunch of really dope clips in that recent
the Red Bull.
That video was really good too. Just Bruno going in still.
3 minutes, couple minutes left.
Yep. Bruno Hoffman for
Bruno doing it again.
And then honorable mentions, we got the No Fake crew, Matrix, I don't know, Tim Hankins, Capital BMX's Love Note, Percy and Ed, David Anderson. This was like that. Sick. Did you want to watch anything from that or just
we can, David Anderson. I think David Anderson and the Jacob theme one. You can watch some clips from those.
Is this the one where they
had a time code, but you can just, this clip will give you just some justice of how good this dude is. The Hank 5
He's been good for a long time too.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's cool. He's at all the jams as well.
Nasty, dude.
He supports all the BMX jams. I see him at all of them.
Yeah, he was at the Monocle Jam in San Diego recently too.
BMX Day, he's killing it. Sick.
Oh yeah. So 3 minutes, and then Jacob
theme. Any clips he puts out is crazy. This one looks like
Jacob theme is sick.
Go halfway through.
Looks like he went to Havasu and just got it in.
Yeah, Jacob's from the Midwest. He recently moved out to SoCal. Lives like near Murrieta, Temecula. He's been coming to San Diego. He goes back to Havasu and rides all the time.
It doesn't seem like he chills.
No, not at all. He's a good ramp rider, good street rider, good everything. Just all well-rounded.
Yeah.
Good energy as well. I mean, it'll take him long ways for sure. He's working hard, which is super sick.
Yeah, good dude too. Like just
incredible.
Just outright nice. All right, that's it for videos. Running through them. Instagrams.
Some Insta bangers.
Oh, this was random. Somebody sent me this. Oh, fuck, I forget.
Whoa,
your name.
like
Lotus
the
or something. Yeah.
Oh,
considering that we've had Bob Haro on the podcast and we've talked about this, so I found this like pretty.
Whoa! Went down those streets.
Yeah.
Wow! Before like any vegetation even existed.
It's crazy, like Southern California cities, how much vegetation it actually creates because they pump water into them.
How do I?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm curious though. Like, he must have had some sort of knowledge of the movie.
It's so crazy. Maybe.
You know, to like know the spots.
Yeah.
To think of the spots that are. How would you know that's that? You know what I mean?
I bet when you really break it down, like you can see the windows and you can see the slope of certain things.
The house,
so that and just how it works, you know, like the trees and how wide
like
it is.
If you go back, I mean, you won't go back, but like even like the street lines change and stuff. I mean, it is 40 years of a difference. That's crazy.
Yeah, it could be.
That's
fake.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
Could be fake. AI. I
mean, he could definitely get a thing or two wrong, but it looks pretty
spot on to me, bro. That's crazy.
And he mimics the camera.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
He could just live in the neighborhood too and be like,
no, this is I don't know who did this, but like this is what they do. Then it now shoots, so it's like,
oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, like,
dude, that's crazy. That clip's fucking gnarly.
Dude, the internet's fucking crazy.
What?
No, I mean, I thought this alligators and zombies was now.
It probably looks like that at night for
Swamp
sure.
Fest
Had to. SLC Punk. Have you guys ever seen that movie?
No.
You should look it up. It's like a. You ever seen Kids? These are
Yeah, Kids is so dark.
Kids is SLC Punk is like almost on par with Kids, but not as dark. Okay. Yeah, but all right. Sorry, went down the. Ooh, you're going for the heavy.
Well, I needed Dennis to try this one.
Dave Crone. This is a Dennis. I mean, we all love Dave Crone, but
he just always posting sick Instagram stuff.
Do you want to we'll just start at the beginning? Well, this is a pinned one, so
just random. They're always good.
I need to.
He's a lifer too. I feel like I've been seeing clips of him since I started riding. It's so sick. He's always killing it.
He just does what he wants.
Oh, it's sick. It's fucking fun though. It's like, damn it, I want to go ride now.
Yeah, he gets down.
It's easy too. Yay. Yeah, he's a dude that'll post a clip and be like, damn it, now I got to get out and ride.
That first one is insane.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Bap. Bap.
Heard him.
Random 180.
Oh, it's so sick though. So freestyle.
Yeah. His real BMX part with Navaz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. That was a sick one to watch.
That was sick.
Just very unique, very, very different, you know?
Him and Brian Histan used to have their little yo guy stuff. I don't know if you remember any of that, but
look at how young he looks there.
That was like
2011. Oh yeah,
Heartbreak. Yeah, that was with Brian. Yeah,
Heartbreak with. Yeah. R.I.P. Histan.
Yeah, R.I.P.
It's crazy that Histan was able to pull it because I think he cased too. Now I want to watch it again.
Look at how young he looks.
I know.
Savage. The shoe came off and everything. No, I don't think he cased.
I think Histan case and then... Oh, no, he didn't. All right. We've got to go back to the park stuff. The park stuff is...
Yeah. G-Turn 5. So sick. Yeah.
He had one recent where it was like in the rain. And like... Let's see. I feel like these are very big right now. Maybe. Just rapid fire.
Very original.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Shout out Dave Crone killing it.
Yeah.
On the daily.
Definitely.
There's the rain clip.
Which one? Oh, this one, yeah. It was giving me anxiety watching this because I know he's going to fall.
Look at this clip. Oh. It's hard to surf in the rain.
Right.
How he surfs.
Dude, but even in the rain, he's fucking killing it. So sick. Anyone else would have been like, oh, fucking section's over. He's like, nah, let's get the clip. Yeah. Feeling good. Fuck the rain.
You know what we didn't talk about? Topa's fucking front flip.
Dude.
Oh, my God.
That's how we're going to end this podcast.
We'll talk about it at the end, but I feel like we should have talked about it at the beginning.
Definitely the most viral thing on Instagram of the month.
Yeah.
Morgan Wade doing school shows for just treating the kids. Kids have no idea what they're watching, who they're watching. It's so sick.
You see that they brought in Hoder for one or two.
Yeah. My little brother was doing a few shows with them as well, and he was like, "Dude, it's so fucking fun, bro! Like, just getting to ride with Morgan. He just kills at every show. Like, he doesn't even have to, but he still does. You know?
Wow.
These little guys are so sick.
Yeah, this kid's insane.
These little guys.
Because he's the tiniest little thing. Triple bar. Boom.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I love when he does the flare in cases. I think it's this one. Oh, he lands it.
No, we didn't post that.
Oh, okay.
You know who filmed this? James Lawrence, early 2000s BMX, Man of Mystery. He was like, "Yeah, film this at Cheat today." I'm like, "You're in Japan?"
Oh, really? He really?
Wow.
Just fucking all over the
I
place.
saw he posted it because he posted the crash clip too.
Yeah, he posted
and he said like, quick session with, and I was like, I wonder if he's there or he just got the clip, because I never know if he just goes like.
I showed up to Feast Shanghai, and then I look over and James is just there. I'm like, just tell me you're coming. Like he just fucking shows up. It's so funny. He just loves it. He's just in it, you know.
James is the man.
Mad Mike. I love this. I love like the fakie to ice. I think is the next clip. Is like, bah, just so good.
So sick.
His X Games part was super sick too.
Yeah,
another very original rider.
Very cool. Shout out to Mad Mike.
Yeah.
Always love anything he puts out. I'm sure he's just being dad and work life now these days, but good to see.
Dude, watch the clip at the end where he just hits that little bank on the side with the pedal.
Yeah, he was alley-ooping over to that. Fuck yeah, this guy's crazy.
Dude, I've seen this same dude shred that volcano multiple times.
Yeah.
It's so sick. Just that flare alone is so savage. I saw this get reposted by like a bunch of other great park riders, and they were just like, if only I could flare this high every time. It's so sick.
The 2.5, 3 cranks into the quarter pipe is like
like a little faster,
Like I thought it was like a jump out of the park or something. You know, like no, you're hitting volcano. A 6-foot quarter that fast.
Yeah, this dude Tyler Knox is sick.
Yeah, he's the one that he had that.
He did that volcano. The volcano clip that everybody saw. It's so savage. Be down there, but he just rips it. He just rips that volcano.
The one where he just goes straight over it is just fun.
He like cases it once and then lands low and loops out and just rips this fucking massive volcano. He just shreds.
A couple more.
Right there to the left. Yeah, look at how high he's going, dude. Savage. Fuck.
Oh, God, Sprocket case. Fuck.
Dude, no, that's savage.
Yeah. Just going as hard as he can. Yes.
So sick.
I think it's the same thing. But I mean, that was the same volcano, right? So now he's just jumping it. Now he's just doing it.
Now he's got a dial.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Unless it's a different one.
No, it's the same one now. I think he was just maxing it there in that clip, which is savage.
Throwback clip, but this is a sample of what come from all the Cash Up series. This is Copenhagen, I think 2 years ago.
Yeah, the Cash Up's going nuts.
It was a little sad to not see Kruk making those rounds. And
and then that video just came out too.
Oh, yeah. Was that?
The monster one?
Yeah, that one is good.
Of all the Cash Ups?
Yeah, okay, we're fucking up. But
no, it's okay. We brought it up. People will look for it. It's in there.
What a wild way to
ride that's a gnarly gap, dude.
Yeah, no one's ever done that. Even though it's resi to resi, it's crazy.
It's pretty cancel out.
Everything a resi lip makes it crazy.
Yeah.
Just Marcus Christopher, an absolute weapon. Such a savage.
Yeah. This
and dude,
weird.
The Dennis spoke about this looking like AI because the skate park looks unreal, and I thought it was.
And like the fans are all wearing the same thing. I was like, "Is this real?" Like I know this dude's shredding.
Cardboard cutouts.
So I got
park
to watch.
Looks amazing.
I got to watch this little guy shred in person.
Your hand in the back.
So walk. They're cooking the walk.
It does look like AI.
It doesn't.
It does.
Is this real?
The channel gap up there too. That doesn't look real.
I swear, it's real, bro. I seen
that. Doesn't look real.
I saw clips of Daniel Dares.
And
somewhere deep in China, bro. Somewhere
it's
deep
huge,
in China.
dude.
There's like all that stuff's painted.
Yeah, it's all painted, bro.
So China just has parks like this inside of what is this? What arena is this?
Gymnasium, like an abandoned.
You guys haven't seen that park that's in America where it's like a fucking hot dog ramp?
No. What indoor park is that? No, but when I saw photos of this park and I said, "There's no way this is true," and then I saw Dares post like a point of view photo there, and I was like, "Bro, are you kidding me?"
He's how sick that is.
He's like, "You can't imagine the amount of skate parks that look like this in China right now." Dude,
why this park is?
I know we shouldn't go too long, but I watched this kid
Look at the tranny the transition.
It's insane, bro.
Up there.
It's insane, bro. This park is insane.
Look at that fucking park.
But this Liang BMX from China,
and this kid's run.
We got to watch.
It's insane.
A lot of the pros that ride the World Cups. We all got to go to Bazong, China, like 2 Octobers ago. Not last year, but the year before. And dude, we just watched. We all showed up early in the day to watch the amateur qualifiers go down, because we were all blown away from the level of riding. These are all
Little
13
kids,
and under, bro. 13 and under kids.
That kid looks like he's 7.
This kid's doing like park runs. Like guys in
one tour.
Yeah.
So what? Dude, these kids just get to ride this.
Get to ride there, bro. I recently saw I know Daniel Dares is the technical coach for the women's China team and men's as well, but I recently saw Jack Clark out there.
Park.
Like, dude, these indoor facilities, bro.
What?
Just
like.
I'm telling you, these kids are under
Claremont's
13,
sick,
bro.
But China's got like a bajillion Claremonts.
I just think it's crazy a country is backing a sport that we all love so much that's not as popular.
We don't even really think about it.
We have no idea.
Look at all those little kids on the sideline with their coaches.
Like resi setups, foam pit setups, you name it, airbag setups. This kid is a shredder.
They're coming. We don't even fucking people to come out and teach them.
Red ramp.
Oh my god, SMP, I think.
Oh, that's the
vert ramp.
SMP is.
He can do a 6 or 7. He can do air twice his size. Let's go by size.
I mean, dude, SMP. How old is SMP? 20 years
old now.
20 years.
20 years. So sick. Think about
SMP
that.
is the largest cement skate park in the world.
2005.
20 years, bro. If not more.
Nah, 2008.
This is in Shanghai, China, world's largest concrete BMX skate park in the world, and it still exists. Still, as you can see, there's 13-year-old kids. Here in the vert ramp. Now, this kid is absolutely incredible. He's going to keep me and everyone on our toes.
Is it true that Liang doesn't go to school? He's literally sponsored by the government, right? Like, he's like subsidized by the government?
I mean, you're probably not wrong. I have no idea if that's how it is, but I mean, I don't blame. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't. I saw him at a World Cup, and he blew everyone's mind. I'm telling you, he literally had the whole pro field out there early in the morning because we all wanted to watch him ride. He's doing switch double whips on the box. He's doing flare tucks, flare bars, flare whips. He's flare whipping 10-foot quarters and shit mid-run. And dude, he's not even 13.
That run where we're tripping on the course, like he's doing everything.
Dudes just going around the corner and just spiking their helmet on the ground.
Dude, I mean, that park alone, I was like, no way this exists here in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. And now we're 2 outside of the main city. It's insane, bro. The level of progression.
The Feast Shanghai event that I went to, obviously they had like weather issues and they had like a straight feast course. 2.5, 3 blocks away, they had a course.
The indoor one.
No, it was like over a canopy, and it was next to a mall, and it was
for the amateurs.
It was a full-time park, and it was fucking amazing. Like, had containers, had these like cool transfers, this amazing design, and I was like, it looked like a cool Metro Jam course.
If I'm not mistaken, that park had that.
It has like a little
walk
dish
as
thing.
well.
It has something like that.
Similar,
yeah. So it's painted as ramen.
Yeah. Crazy.
I don't know. It's a fondue bowl.
Walk bowl.
That's insane just to get like a little taste of what's going on.
He's only 12 years old. It says on it. Crazy, bro. I watched him 2 years ago. He must have been 10 then.
Yeah.
Or at least 11, doing flow ropes on 10-foot quarters.
Corey.
Yeah, that was savage. The aspect.
That's a crazy nice park.
Yeah.
Like randomly in Tennessee, I think.
No, undisclosed location. It's in Hawaii.
Oh, could be.
Yeah.
That park's sick.
It's in El Cajon.
That would be cool.
This is like on a farmland. It has the indoor farm as well with the vert ramp and stuff.
I don't think so.
No?
Does it? I mean,
I don't know. I saw the Fast and Loose boys were there riding.
Yeah. Cool to see Corey getting it. I know his, he's finding himself, I guess is the best way to put it. Is on the YouTube channel.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, this clip was awesome too.
Colombia. Bogota.
This guy's Instagram is just like, it's just this. It's just variations of this with the same exact caption.
Shit, XD.
That's sick.
Yeah.
His name is Lil Slide.
Little Slide.
Oh wow, literally it's all.
Yeah.
That's dope though.
Haha shit. Oh wait, that's the same one. Haha shit. Haha shit.
He probably loves it.
Bike without chain though. That's different. Haha shit.
I mean, dude, they probably
forever.
I bet these clips probably blow up.
He just hasn't. That's his fucking stick.
Yeah, cool. I mean, for people that don't know BMX, this is entertaining. Yeah, it's hard to do. There's only a few people that can really do it like this.
He got it. He figured it out.
The dog jumping out of the way, like, oh shit, here comes Little Slide.
Oh, the dude. The dude on his phone just walked past. Oh, that's funny. Do him with the whip.
You know what?
Ends it with the whip.
I feel like I know what happens. He's like, oh, I want to film this whip, and then he's like, all right, we got to figure out the slide to the whip. Like it's always about he has to like find the intro into it.
I like it. Sick.
Yeah, this is I don't know.
Bro, I thought this was AI, I swear.
I'm pretty sure it is.
That's definitely AI.
Yeah, well, I mean the hand is, but is the toy real? That's a pretty legit.
I need a fucking
The little toy looks legit.
Devin, finally this is what we need.
Yeah.
I know Devin plays with like the little boards
Yeah.
too, so
Johnny Rakes plays with finger bikes. One of our first Fiend trips back in the day, Johnny brought a couple. It was so funny.
Yeah.
He brought finger bikes and was like, for real.
Probably so good at it too.
He was like, yeah, he uses it. He said he uses it to come up with like trick ideas and stuff.
Whoa,
It's
that's
funny.
sick.
Yeah,
Joris, maybe a different seat.
I stumbled on that. I think I screenshotted it. And
I mean,
then
dude, that looks
legit.
Looks pretty real. That's a real one.
The pants thing just.
That's funny though.
Yo.
You got some shoes though,
Knocking
bro. What? Oh, on the scooter and shit.
You know, like
That's
it's funny.
funny,
The
bro.
videos one thing, but then like. You know, like,
production.
Yeah, like what you see, and he like filmed him, and he's got the phone, and he's filming his own fingers and shit. Oh god,
I'm sure he's got a filmer already.
You know, like his right hand is his filmer.
Just like film the whole thing. It looks so funny.
Soon he'll be getting those POV
Those are
views
sick
too.
little
Chest
finger
cam.
bikes. Ooh, it's got little tiny bearings.
He's got the graphics though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This shit is super
That's dope though.
high end.
I'd buy that.
You know what? I'm
Six
having
bearings.
I'm having a memory of that they asked us to like advertise on Instagram, and I was like, I can't.
And you
do
thought it was fake.
But yeah, well, I was like, I just can't post
That is so
this.
funny. Though.
But now I'm like, yeah, look at all this.
Go
shit.
back, go back.
Now we're doing it.
Damn, that shit's
You're
tough,
doing it for
bro.
free.
That's dope. That
Dude,
new colorway.
they're nice.
That's hard.
Set the dog. Yeah. Shout out to Tail Whip Toy.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty funny.
That's
They,
dope.
well, we just dropped this Hollywood High video, the spot video today. So I was like,
Oh, that's
I was kind of dying that was Hollywood High. So.
Yeah, they made their own little Hollywood High.
Yeah.
Those videos have been really cool lately too. It shows spot history. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
nowadays, where a lot of it was, magazines, and now it just went to digital age. Just
Yeah.
bring back people into the history.
Give them a little bit of like funny. Like let people know what shit has happened before.
Yeah,
because
yeah, for
I
sure.
feel like sometimes it gets a little confusing.
Yeah. Just
Damn, that was sick.
Jacob just destroying
The
it.
G
What?
turn, like
He's just good on whatever bike he gets on. Yeah, they probably found this in the back. They're like, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I like how the back end just gets lost to the front end.
Got another one.
No shot I'm doing best trick on this bike. Dude, my Grace sponsoring best trick. I don't know what to tell you.
This is a promo for the Nowhere Jam beforehand, but pretty damn impressive.
He's got the slide on that bike.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a sick bike. Motorcycle bike.
It's sick.
Free coaster.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Jacob. Oh my god. Oh.
Breaking.
I think that's pretty much it. But
That's sick.
yeah, too funny. This is a snippet, but Max Miller podcast also went down. I guess I plugged all 3 podcasts. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
Max Miller.
Yeah.
This part is so insane.
yeah.
He's a cool dude too.
He broke it down just like,
Very
yeah,
cool.
he went out there with his family, and then they're like, yeah, just drop me off right here. I'm going to film a clip, and I'll meet you.
That's
Fucked.
so
Funny.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the intro to his video was really cool with his family and stuff.
Yeah.
So sick.
Happy
Behringer.
birthday to
I saw
Behringer.
this.
Yeah, I mean, he goes into this story about how he just was like 3'd it once, and then he's like, fuck it, front flip on 48, and he just gets melted.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Right to his back.
But he's still, like that was only
Oh, the
that was on the 6th, but
Still
like
riding.
yeah, then him and Aiken are fucking cruising a pump track 3 days ago. So
He's well.
it's so fucking cool to see just
Damn.
gotta cut it, but yeah, Aiken,
crazy
Behringer
contract.
cruising, Salt Lake City legends, life legends, world legends. So 48 years old, just like it, literally, he talks about. He's like, I did one 360 And I was like, I want to do the front flip.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
I love that shit. It's so sick.
Pretty funny.
Even at 48, after not really riding that hard,
Was he
chasing?
Was he the first person to do the front flip, or was he just the first one to be doing it in contests?
I don't know if he was the first person, but he was the one to like kind of normalize it in a sense. Like,
and he did it different too.
He did it different.
Like he was like before people learned the snap.
Yeah,
like, he was just rolling off the front of it. I remember it was so crazy.
And then we got one more, and then we'll go to Topa. But Nair.
This Nair clip is savage. This is the.
We'll rewatch this one, but.
Just the savage hangers.
The deepest.
Super steep.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sick that like a trick that everybody does, he like was known for it, like known the best for it. It's like when you do it that savage and that good, it's like it just becomes yours. People are like, oh, like Nair. Yeah. Oh, Nair would do that, and you just automatically think of him. So sick.
I glanced at photos of I was looking for a specific. A lot of tabs open.
You get that all the time. I know, but I had to say it again.
Well, this is the podcast right here. Basically, this is what we collect. But I was looking for photos for the. For something, maybe for the visuals thing, and I stumbled on this photo that I shot of Nair, and he's so fucking steep on this thing.
2013, bro.
Like just deep in it.
Yeah, fully committed.
Yeah, so good.
Dude, I feel like there's a handful of people that can barely get him like that. He was just that was his staple. It was so sick.
Very cool.
That video was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, it was cool.
Such a sick one on the bikes.
Boom.
Garrett. He's got like.
I think that was the photo. I was like, I think for visuals, I was like, do I want this photo? I'm like, nah, he's all right. But.
No, it's sick.
That. Oh yeah. 29. Okay. Should we just go to your channel?
Yeah, you can talk about the Topa front flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, Topa did that.
Andrew Topa, man.
Last Friday video.
Can I pee real quick?
Yeah. Or we could just wrap it up and piss after.
Okay. No, fucking.
We're almost done.
Oh shit!
Look at that.
Okay. Oh, you had it on the top.
I think what? No, I think I showed it to Cannon. That's why. So
the front flip's the first part of the video.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was a front flip in it. Sorry, I forgot I had a clip.
The Friday vlogs have been so good lately with Joey, bro. They're so good.
Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow. So obviously, first let's shout out Topa for doing this. You got to watch the whole video. The whole story is documented, amazing. But Topa did this shit. Andrew Topa,
bro.
This really was something insane to see. The whole story behind it's crazy. Joey, the Thrill Seekers boys, and Blake documented the hell out of it, and fuck, it was insane.
I mean, I watched you whip it. I saw the Christian clip on the mountain bike, bro. Like, just the fact that I've been to the spot.
It's really crazy.
I've seen only a few people ride it, and I love that you guys are both like giving each other props. He's like, the whip's gnarly, dude. I would rather front flip it. And you're like, bro, are you serious?
He didn't even jump it.
Oh my god.
He never jumped
it. True
it.
Topa fashion though. He's just committed and he knows what he's doing. He rides every day, does shows every day.
Like, tens of millions of people have watched the shit on Instagram, the clip, but like, go watch the whole thing, because there's so much behind this shit.
I think anybody that would have
that is 45 feet.
Anybody that would have slammed like that would have been like, nah, I'm done.
I couldn't believe it. I was so happy he stood up.
And you said it perfectly in the video. You're like, that's some Pat energy, bro. Yeah. He's wearing the shirt too, which is the sickest
Topa
thing.
Is the best, dude.
You can see the way he he hits that lip, and it's like a wall.
Because he didn't hit it that fast. Yeah. He's like, all right, I'm going for it, and went 10 miles an hour faster or whatever.
He was yelling out the speeds and stuff.
Yeah.
No, he runs.
You could see he just doesn't get it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, the run that setup is hard to ride with speed.
It's gnarly.
Bro. It's not a. You don't fuck around, bro. That's why nobody
said he wanted to do that.
There's been a handful of people that have jumped it, bro. Let alone tricked it.
Name it, bro. He's the fourth person, and he front flipped it.
Yeah. We were so happy that he was okay.
So happy.
For people that don't know, this spot is so hectic with like the trolley.
Yeah, in the video, we get kicked out. We had to run. We had to come back. Get the dirt bike in and out.
One of the biggest malls in downtown, Central
it's a good video.
Crazy,
Joey
bro.
completely killed it with this.
Joey did.
And Thrill Seekers and Blake with filming it. And then tomorrow, after this drops, Kevin Peraza versus Jason Watts. That'll be the next Friday video.
Yeah, that was a really fun one, bro.
Really good. I was just watching, like, Joey's already edited up a bunch of it. It's going to be such
a good time, and especially with the new Claremont build, we got to Jason's been working super hard with the whole Universal Ramps crew. I mean, so many people have helped, you know, but like just the Claremont skate park to what it's looking like and to what it's going to be is, I can't even believe it. I get the chills, bro. And
I'm stoked you guys did that there before the park's even done, because I want to keep that the theme of like the park game of bikes there. You know, that's our ring for the park game of bike. Like, we're going to do
it was a great icebreaker as well. It was nice for Jason to loosen up.
That game just shows how good you and Jason are too. Like you guys are insane and just battling. And
thank you for
you guys are being friendly but battling, and it's just like, dude, you guys are so goddamn good.
What's the plan for, like, it's not like the bracket system like it was before, right?
With the park one, I want to more so do it like, so whoever you guys will see tomorrow wins this, they're like the champ.
Tomorrow? Because
this is coming out Thursday, which is today we're talking about right now. Technically it's Wednesday, hopefully. But boom. Hopefully tomorrow, first day of the month, Thursday. Either that or it's the same day the Friday video drop. So whoever wins that one is like the champ of Claremont.
They hold the title.
They hold the title. So we'll do exhibition matches if anyone wants to do that. Let's say like Gary versus Matt Cordova or me versus whoever. But to get the be the champ of Claremont, you got to go against whoever won that one. So like that's a big dog title. So we just started it big, like, because that could have easily been Jason versus Kevin could have been after like a 50-person bracket, you know. So we just started it big.
Cool.
And it's only going to be getting better. I mean, the park wasn't even done yet. So it's like just the fact that we only opened up a few things. We're only getting used to it. We jumped the box like during the game for the first time. So it was really cool.
Yeah, the street one, when we do the street one again, we'll definitely do it brackets, but just wanted to make the park one.
And then it's not going to be every other week. It's going to be like
random
when it kind of makes sense.
Say someone comes into town and they're like, I want to go against whoever.
Whoever won, or the winner gets to pick. Who knows?
All right, let's do it. Boyd's in town. He wants, like whoever.
Sick.
Like,
I mean, home court at Claremont on the new setup, bro. Couldn't think of anywhere else.
Cool, yeah. I'm excited for people to watch that one.
I thought it was pretty cool that you like kicked Topa some money for just like, because you hit him up, they're like, hey, do you want to do anything? Do you want to be part of the video? Do you want anything you want to do? And then he brought fucking, and then he did this. Yeah. And then I just thought it was cool that Dennis kicked him some money as like,
we're this deep in the podcast. Whoever's listening, it's like everything. I'm trying to turn it into like its own sort of brand with Market and my friends and all of you guys. So it's like, Topa doing that. I'm not making shit off this. I'm like I'm investing in it. Like for Topa doing that front flip, like I'm giving him money. Like if he was more money than he would make doing shows for sure, you know. And then like it was a solid bike, I'm kicking you guys money. Like I'm trying. Whoever made it to the end of the podcast, since I'm sure diehard BMXers. So it's like
I think it's cool.
I'm reinvesting in it to make it into something just like Market was.
He did something really, really crazy, and it wasn't the plan. It wasn't the plan, but you're like, dude, it's not, that's not the reason why he did it, but at the same time, like, it helps.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to grow it and get riders paid, get filmers paid, and eventually be able to just do exactly what I want to do all the time with like my friends and bikes,
dude, and with the end goal of just getting kids out there and making them feel like a little bit of relatable to what we do every day. Like everyone, we're all just like you guys that's watching and listening. Like we all just go out and meet up with each other and ride and motivate each other. And sometimes one of us does some crazy shit like this, bro. And it's so
I thought it was such a cool thing for someone like Topa, who's a really busy guy and he's never going to have the time to film a video part. And he has crazy shit like this that he's going to do. But it's like, it gave him the opportunity. He was like, I would never have fucking done this, you know, if it wasn't for like this, you guys hitting me up. And he got there and there's 5 people with cameras. He's like, what the fuck?
He's like,
dude, this is how we do it. The dirt bike's there. These are the cameras. Like,
I bet that gave him some feel.
Well, props to you, because I feel like that's like
props to Topa. Props to you and Jason. Props to Joey.
So,
it's just something I want to just do something. Just Market again in a different way, basically. You know, like Market was the same thing. It was just before this era. We just jumped in the RV and
film cool shit.
Same thing, but different.
Progress BMX.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let the link for this will be in there if you haven't seen that already. Andrew, it's crazy. It only has
Topa.
50-foot
front flip at one of the gnarliest.
Literally, we measured it. It was like 48 feet or something. I was like, "Are you serious?"
So crazy.
And
you guys, Kevin, Colin, anything going on? You guys are always killing it on life and bikes.
Having fun. I've been just being dad lately and disconnected from social, which is nice. But I mean, lots of content to post.
You're dad, but you're also in Manchester doing that shit. You're doing the game of bike.
It's been hard lately, and I think it's just been finding myself as one, as a rider, and two, as a dad. But most importantly, I just go to events and do my part and try to inspire the youth and surround myself with great people, good friends, and obviously I have my family on the sidelines and try to bring them as long as I can, you know. Every trip that's coming along the way, there's X-Games in Japan and Osaka.
Your summer's probably
to Salt Lake City. Dude, crazy. With the few Swatch events that are coming along the lines, that we'll be doing, which is fucking awesome.
I've been meaning to ask about that, not even on the podcast. I'm like, you guys did that little meeting thing. Like, what the fuck came of that? But I don't know if you guys
You'll
say
see.
anything.
You'll see.
Deep in the podcast.
Swatch is another company that's, you know, putting a lot of money and effort and
in.
energy into BMX and action sports. So I just think it's something refreshing, something new. And Dennis and I will be doing this really cool one in the summer, so right between both X Games. So
that's sick.
Yeah, just stay busy, stay healthy, and keep doing my thing.
Both X Games.
Yep. I'm just gonna say that, but
they're 2 weekends in a row. It's on a Wednesday.
It's on a Monday and a Tuesday and a Wednesday.
It's weekdays.
So Japan straight to the event, and then straight, which is really nice because it's not a contest. So I'll just be like sessioning, and then straight to Salt Lake. So. I got the opportunity to meet up with Chad and Colin recently. Watch Colin jump from a roof to roof mid-session. Rode a skate park out of a school. Yeah, just like sessions like that, bro. It's something that I've been wanting to do more, be home more, and hanging out with Paris, who's also out here in San Diego. I mean, the new Claremont setup is giving me so much motivation.
It's going to bring everybody together.
Yeah,
sure. Everybody's going to be there. So
yeah, just
Colin,
life. Yeah, just being life, living.
Hell yeah, Colin, you got anything?
Yeah, I'm actually going home next week. I'm just working on a 510 project that should be out this summer. So more like kind of a lifestyle documentary. It's cool. They've done like 2 projects already with like 2 other people, and I'm doing one this year. So I'm really excited about that. And then my schedule's booking up. I just got hit up about that contest, the knockout one. Yeah. And I'm like leaving for Europe on the 1st. And I think I'm going to be in Austria like the entire month of June. So it's like, it's going to be a lot to go there and then leave straight from there to go over to Austria. But I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to sort it out to where it makes sense. But it's just going to be a lot.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I wish I had known earlier. And it's so funny because every year I try to get like all my things lined up for the year. But with BMX, I swear, like events always kind of pop up last minute, especially on the street end of things. Like, yeah. So it's kind of like, wish I knew a little bit earlier, but I'm still going to try to make it happen.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there's always
the way it goes. The project was like, it's something, is it like homegrown or something?
Yeah.
So they're going to like show your roots and what you're doing now.
Yeah. Just how I got to where I'm at now, and just kind of like,
that's super sick.
I can't wait to see that.
Very cool.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah. Try to get my parents in there. My dad's a riot. So
yeah, you got good parents.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, people need to see that. It's a story, like we were saying from the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Share that, bro. People want to hear it.
Cool.
Fudger, Dennis.
I'm here. I live here.
Yeah.
You come see me. I live in Fudger's studio room.
Yeah.
Any future podcast?
No, we're quitting.
TJ Lab.
After this one,
I meant to say that
we've been pretty
thanks for joining us for the last one ever.
Oh my god.
It's been a great run, guys.
Yeah, that was fun. What are you gonna do with the room? With all this BMX
Can I
stuff?
get some memorabilia for to go?
What are you gonna do with my room?
I'm gonna turn it into like a Tijuana foam party. It's gonna be like it'll be filled with foam, and then we're just gonna dance all night.
I'd say a little indoor skate park.
Now we're just wasting time talking.
Hell yeah, you guys are the best.
3 hours in, that's where our mind goes.
Thank you, Kevin and Colin, for coming. BMX April, Dale's Source, X Games tickets.
Yep.
I appreciate everyone that's
Fudger. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you to these guys for coming, and maybe we'll see you next week. Maybe I'm lying.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone that got this far on the podcast. We appreciate it.
You guys are the best. Later.
Cheers.
Later.
Oh, sweaty ears. Yeah, it was a long one. It was like the featured one. When we got the featured, I was like, oh, we're talking about this for a long time.
I know you got to pee now. Sorry, I was like,
yeah, you're good.